What's up, Laker fans? Can you guys hear me okay? Let's go. Welcome to the 2024-25 season for the Lakers. Very excited to be doing this on playback. Thank you for joining me. The purpose of these is sort of an audio play-by-play on these TNT and ESPN games. There's supposed to be a score bug where you can follow along with time and score. So let me know if you have that on your end. Tonight, I'm also going to try, if anyone is interested, to bring people up on stage. I haven't done that before, so we'll see how that goes. But if you want to, I'll always read along with the chat, but if you want to chat with me as well, especially during halftime, then and commercial breaks, stuff like that, then I'd love to have you join me up on stage. Thank you for all your support on Patreon and buy me a coffee and all of that to help me keep this stuff going. And yeah, the purpose is to really be descriptive. The thought is this is for somebody who might not be able to watch the game live and wants to be able to follow along with what's going along with it. Also, I am half fan, half play-by-play guy in this, so I'm gonna be emotional at sometimes and irritated and all that. And so the whole thing is just to watch the game with me, and hopefully I can teach a little bit about the sport, and we can have a good time. So got the Lakers matched up with the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Very curious about this game. The Wolves are one of the more physical teams in the league, and the Lakers, I think, have improved in that aspect. And so this is a great litmus test early on for how well the Lakers can handle that. So thank you, Keezy, for posting that, and looking forward to getting started tonight. We've got LeBron and Bronny. Uh, yeah, LeBron and Bronny probably making their debut. I would guess that it's going to be at the start of the second quarter. Rumor has it they've got a play drawn up as well, so we'll see what they do with that. Um, Let's see what else is going on. I heard a good story today from one of my Lakers people about Dalton, where we hadn't talked in a little bit, and I was geeking out about Connect, and he was saying, over the course of the summer, Dalton went molten lava like 5 or 6 times, but LeBron wasn't there for any of them. LeBron was in Europe for most of the summer, didn't get in till fairly late, and Dalton was just cooking, but had a little knee thing, nothing to be worried about, but just he's been going pretty hard. He worked very hard over the course of the summer and was really, going hard. And so when LeBron got back, that coincided with this like 7 to 10 day stretch where Dalton wasn't doing a ton in September, at least compared to before. And so that Phoenix game was the first time that LeBron had seen him go nuclear in person. And so that was a fun story to hear, LeBron kind of geeking out about Dalton and all of that. So I think he's going to be a key player tonight, with Minnesota really liking the ball pressure and ball deny off of the ball. I think that he's going to be an important partner with our guards, right? Where they're at a natural disadvantage against these stronger, more physical wings. And obviously you have Gobert lurking in the paint as well. If you have one power guy with them, I think that helps in terms of when they're screening for each other, split cuts, actions like that. I think that Dalton in that mix could help complement them. But again, I'm super high on him and excited about what he brings to the table. Big test for him tonight in his first real game. Very much wish we had Vando tonight. Likewise, I also think that so long as Vando is out, we should keep Traore active. I think that he's a guy that, like, he's the one forward with size and perimeter ability. I know he's a two-way guy and he's a rookie and all of that, but just like having a body like that, I think is helpful for these type of games. We're waiting for the game. Yeah, we're waiting for things to get started here and for the stream to kick in. What's up, homie? Welcome. Chad Reister, welcome. Yeah, since it's a national one, we're probably going to have a little bit of a delay before we get started. That's usually how it goes. I think the concern with putting Rui on Gobert DMR is they'll probably involve him in ball screens at that point. And so then if Rui is on Gobert, you can't run a drop. And I think that yeah, you can't run a drop coverage because yeah, that's not going to work with Rui trying to break up lobs to Gobert. But if you're switching, or yeah, there's a couple things you can do, but I'd be surprised if they did that a ton, especially with them having Julius and Nas Reed. Rui will probably like they're a team that's going to test kind of with the whole run out of guys thing that I was talking about with LeBron and AD and Rui. I think they can do that to us a bit with their size and physicality. So Rui may be occupied with a slightly smaller player. Appreciate you, AJ. Welcome. I don't think Bronny's playing a ton. I think he's going to play a half shift in the second quarter. We'll see how long that goes, whether it's a couple of plays and we pull you just to say, hi, what's up, Josh? Welcome. Um, or if it's a legit all the way shift. And if it is, going to have to survive those minutes. But yeah, I don't think he'll play in the second half, but we'll see. Right. They're just giving the lineups on TNT. My concern about showing at the level, Regina, is if Randall's in the game, then he becomes well, is he the screener in this scenario or is he the ball handler? Because he's an interesting guy that can be either one. Because if Julius is the roller, sorry. If Julius is the roller, my concern about showing at the level is if he gets behind you, they're in a 4-on-3, and he's got the ball handling ability to be able to beat that. Welcome, Thomas. Isn't it nice to have that nervous butterfly stomach? It's been a minute. Um, Excited about this season. I think this is a tough game. I'll be, yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup for us tonight. But I'm really happy with the work that the team's been putting in. So it's all going to be put to the test. We're about to jump it up. I'm going to be calling this off of my TNT feed. So I will call out the time. Let me know how synced up or not I am with you. And balls up. Minnesota wins the tip, goes back to Conley. Gonna have Dito matched up with Conley. Austin on Ant, as we expected. Get the screen. Got Reed coming off the ball screen. Gobert stepping up. Over to Julius. Guarded by Rui. They switch that. Okay, Lakers switching that action early. Showing high step back. Sidestep. AD bothering him. Holds it. Lakers going to have to rebound. LeBron tracks it down. Cross-court pass over to D'Lo. D'Lo looking to probe. Nothing doing. Good transition defense from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Going to get a side ball screen. Austin, LeBron. Often effective drive and kick. AD didn't want it. Rui does. Right wing three. Let's go. Kick off the season. Lakers up 3-0. 11:15 left. All right, got Conley with the ball. Let's see what Minnesota's up to. Going to get into their handoff action. Okay, they back cut that. Lakers switch. LeBron tries to jump it. AD, okay, we're being aggressive. AD showing out on the perimeter and then getting back. LeBron moving his feet, looking spry. Ant sidesteps it, skips it over to the weak side corner to McDaniels. Going to be a foul on Austin attacking the closeout. Good defensive possession there. Good activity from LeBron and AD, especially. Okay, if I am ahead, then let me pause it. I'm going to pause it at 10:50 mark and wait 10 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, just hit play again. And we'll try to resync. Julius with the ball, skips out to McDaniels. LeBron closes out, gets into the lane, lays it up and in. Lakers up 3-2, 10:40 left, 39, 38, 37. D'Lo with the ball, calling out the play emphatically. Over to Rui on the right wing, back over to D'Lo. Going to get a step-up screen from LeBron. He slips it. And they switch that over to Rui. Rips through, drives, got a lane. Oh, wait, let's go, Rui. Dunks on Gobert. 10:22 left. Lakers up 5-2. Rui with all 5. I'm gonna pause it again, freeze another 10 seconds. All right, 10:08, 10:07, 10:06, 10:05. Julius with the ball, guarded by Austin. Good job shrinking that lane over to Ant. Knocks down the three, ties it up at 5. Let me know how synced I am. I'm only 5 seconds ahead. How am I for the rest of the chat? 10 seconds behind. I think that's better because it's easier for you guys to sync up for me to be behind you than ahead. But let me know. Corner 3. Oh, LeBron didn't want it. Shot fakes. Gonna get that corner pick and roll though. LeBron get middle all the way. Gobert, good defense, taps it out. Oh, Lakers could have gotten it, but didn't. Get back on defense though. McDaniels gets tackled by LeBron, but the shot blocked. LeBron carries it, no call. Over into the corner, Rui. 8 points. Oh, in and out. Good rebound by Austin, though. Has D'Lo. Puts it up. Misses long. Gobert with the rebound over to Julius. 9:15 left. Guarded by Austin again. Interesting. All right. Yeah, let's see if Julius tries to back him down. He's over at the elbow. Rui, he splits Rui, gets it over to Gobert. Nice block, Rui. Good stuff. Outlet. AD to LeBron. Jogging up. He slow walks it, puts it up and in. A ground bound LeBron gets the layup at 8:53, 8:52, 8:51. Nice outlet pass. Good block by Rui, playing well early on. Kickball violation by Austin. 16 on the shot clock. For sure. Let me know. Let me know if that works out for you guys on the sync. All right. Conley with the ball. Hits McDaniels on the curl. AD breaks it up over to Austin, pushing. Conley picks up. Nice cut. Nice pass to LeBron for the dunk. Lakers up 9-5. All right. Conley with the ball. Lakers up 4. Gets a screen from Gobert. Crush it. All right. Gonna get an illegal screen on Gobert as D'Lo gets over it. We do look spry. It's great. The team's been talking about how they're not going to get off to a slow start like they have the last couple of years. So we'll see, but it's a great energy. We'll see how it goes. Over to Rui on the right wing, up top to D'Lo. Going to get using LeBron a lot as a screener early on. I like it. D'Lo probes, misses short as he gets bodied on the way to the rim. Outlet over to Julius. Going to attack LeBron in transition. Step through. Good LeBron run by AD. Oof. Falls to the ground and turns it over. Lakers up 2. 8:02, 8:01, 8 minutes. AD with the ball in the middle of the court, hands it off to D'Lo. As Lakers get set up, probably in their horn set, as they do. LeBron and AD on those horns. AD calling for it. Gets pushed out beyond the three-point line. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Lakers don't get into their offense very quickly. Now that 5 left, LeBron with it, rejects it. Ant stays with him, skips over to Austin. Going to have to chuck from way out. Misses long. Bad position by the Lakers. Way too slow getting into that. 7:35 left. Julius with the ball. Rui in his stance. Lakers switch that. Gobert trying to post up Rui. Gets a little seal screen, sort of. Driving kick. Nice read by D'Lo. Crosses it over. Has Austin on his left. If he sees him, kicks it out. Shot fake. Decides against it. Austin holds it up. Rest of the Lakers trickle into the front court. Over to LeBron. Pulls up from deep on Gobert. Barely gets front of the rim, but AD with the putback. Let's go. Very active AD early on. Conley with the ball. Lakers up 4, 7 minutes left. Going to get the ball to Julius, and they do on the right wing. Tries to drive on Rui, but he cuts off the baseline. Flows into a post up. See what he does. Kicks it back out to Conley. Closes out. Pops out to Julius. D'Lo closes out on him. Shot clock issues. Rui chases him off the line. Got a shot clock violation. Good defense, Lakers. Let's go. All right, got our first timeout. Good little stretch. That was fun. Yeah, both the stars playing very well. Behind on playback and ahead on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. Wouldn't say I'm surprised by Rui necessarily, but there's a collective energy of the front court. He had that weak side block too, right along with LeBron and AD, that just really liking the defensive effort. D'Lo just jumped that passing lane, switched out onto Randall right there and cut off a drive. So good stuff. Yeah, that dunk on Gobert, that was sweet. This team is really, I think the offense, I don't want to say it's going to take care of itself. They need, they have work to do for sure, but I think they have enough offensive talent on this team to where they're going to have a lot more options. And so if they sort of have a dedication to the defensive end and the game plan of that and what they need to do to be able to win, um, that to me is the best version of this team, because the one trump card that we have in this respect is AD, right? We don't have great defensive players, but if you can funnel players to AD, and backline guys are rotating and just doing their job, you can sort of put out some fires, the different fires that different teams throw at you. And that's part of the beauty of AD as a defender, is that he can help you solve a bunch of different types of problems, provided that you're organized around him. Obviously, it would be great to have a second big that can help him, free him up onto the perimeter a little bit more. But even without that, we see with this level of effort and engagement from LeBron and Rui that, you can make it work. AJ, I think that Max starting for D'Lo, I get it for the reasons that you lay out, right? That his defense would be helpful. I think there's some, you know, I think it's hard to get D'Lo back at that point. Um, and so bless you, Peanut. Peanut's been sneezing. Um, yeah, so I think it's hard to get that back. Um, so and also these are the Max's first minutes in it first real minutes in the league, and so let's maybe that's a January conversation. I don't know if D'Lo is going to be on the team at the end of the year, uh, but I do think that there's possibility for that to be a closing group, which is more important than a starting group. I know that one lineup that Lakers people are super excited about is an Austin, Max, Dalton, LeBron, AD group, and I think that we could end up at that at certain points. But yeah, but if Rui's defending like this, and especially against these bigger physical teams, I think Rui has a level of defensive value that we can underrate because we don't think of him as a defender. But Rui, it's difficult to bully Rui physically, and that's what Minnesota tries to do. So having three guys on the front line that could do that, as we're back, get a step back jumper from AD, knocks it down at the elbow. Lakers go up 13-7. All right. Got a horn set from Minnesota. We do have Max into the game as the first sub, LeBron out. So this is a very different Lakers group, right? More, you take out your best offensive player for a good offensive player in Max, but a much more limited one. Is get wide right, wide left miss. Gonna get a foul on the box out. Dr. Ocular, I think the Lakers view Max and Connect as sort of bigger guards that can, two bigger guards, smaller wings type of thing. So I don't think that they quite view that as a three guard lineup the way we were doing that last couple of years. But they also have tendencies toward that can be a little fatal. All right, 5 left on the shot clock. Rui matched up against Ant, pulls up from 3, knocks it down. 13-10. Sideline over to Austin. Back over to D'Lo. Back to Austin. DiVincenzo puts some pressure on him. Austin holds it in triple threat. AD comes over for the screen. Austin pulls back, pulls up, misses short. Nice corner crash from Max. Creates an open 3 for D'Lo. Let's go. Good stuff, Max. Lakers up 16-10. 5:31, 5:30, 5:29 left. Lakers hit their second 3 of the game. Max hugs up on Ant. Oh, and we got a AD showing up high. Little step back from DiVincenzo. AD battles Gobert and wins the rebound. Dribbles it up court over to the left. Rui puts on the Jets. as McDaniels cuts him off, flows into a post up. Gonna back him down. Oh, body him, Rui. All right, let's go, big man. Yeah, great spirit from Rui. I thought he had a really good preseason. I was a little skeptical, about his fit, and still some things to remain to be seen for sure. But really great start. Yes, love the rim pressure, Damon. Welcome, my man. So we got Gabe in the game for D'Lo. Nice fake handoff by Austin. Kicks it into the corner. Max for three. Misses long. Nas Reed into the game. Collects the rebound. Laker killer. Let's see how he does tonight. Rui matched up with him. Gabe switches on to him. Going to look to take him into the post. Nas is a good ball handler, but throws the ball out of bounds right at the Laker bench. Turnover. Lakers up 6, 4:55 left. All right. Lakers inbound. 5 turnovers for the Wolves. Good defense by the Lakers so far. Over to Max on the left wing. Set a little wedge screen by Austin. Max cuts through. This is great. All right, now we need a flash cut. Not as, yeah, AD misses that a little bit long. Cut him a clunky possession. That'll be a good film room one if we get to that. Nice drive and dish from DiVincenzo over to Gobert. Minnesota cuts it to 4:23 left. Right wing, Gabe with the ball. Offensively, we'll see what this group can do. I think I have some concerns with this group. All right. Dribbling around. Rui, yeah, ball hasn't gotten into the paint. There you go, Gabe. Hit that little step back over the top of Rui. But misses that long. I think that deflects off of Minnesota. Going to keep it here. And DiVincenzo gave Gabe a chicken wing right there and just shed him. All right. DiVincenzo guarding Gabe. Curls that around. Out to Max. We're looking to do 10 on the shot clock. Going to get Austin off of the curl. Goes into the paint. Takes it there. Nice, gets the tip in. I'm not sure he's the one who tipped it, but he's gonna get the bucket either way. 18-12. We'll see on the replay. Really liking our rim pressure. Absolutely good call out there. Ant with the ball posted up against Max. Spins off of it and a travel. All right, 6th turnover for Minnesota. Let's see this. Did Austin get this? He did. Oh, sweet tip in, Austin. All right, 3:40 left. Austin handling the ball against McDaniels. Out to the wing, just the initiation pass. Austin attacks, pulls back for 3. Back cuts the closeout. AD decides against it. Attacks Gobert, fades away, twisting a little too much. Good defense by Gobert. 3:25 left. Lakers up 6. Nas Reed with the ball, guarded by Gabe Vincent. We've seen that a couple times. Max on Ant. Big challenge for Max. Strong side zone here from Rui, protecting on that back line. So Max can pressure with help. Send him toward the help. Good stuff, Max. Executing the game plan. Whips it over to the other side to McDaniels. Step back 3 over AD. Misses that long. Rui can't win the rebound battle with Gobert. Max tackles him. Good foul. Send him to the line for 2. I would argue that this group is without 3 of. I don't like the Austin AD pairing as much. Basically, long story short, I think we need one more offensive player with this group. When LeBron's out, I think that we need to. That's something that will be a storyline throughout. And maybe not a storyline, but I think that that's something that will need to be addressed. Is sort of like, can we score in these non-LeBron groups, and how do we do it? I'm with you on the D'Lo pairing with AD instead. All right, we got a sub here. Got that 2 big lineup with Jackson coming into the game. We also have LeBron coming back into the game. So got that big Lakers front court with LeBron, AD, and Jackson, with Gabe and Max in the backcourt. So big group here, very physical. Gobert front rims the second free throw. Lakers eventually get that free throw rebound, splits the free throws. Lakers up 5. Gabe with the ball, guarded by DiVincenzo. Hands it off over to Max, passes it over to AD. Going to flow in a handoff with Gabe with some steam. Gets downhill, loops behind. Jackson looking for a partner. Max off of movement. That's a harder shot than having your feet set. This unit's struggling to score. Lakers up 5. Ant crosses over in transition, attacks Jackson's body, lays it up and in. AD facing up on Naz Reid. Forgive me, got a little bit of a cough. Looking to post him up. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And eventually gets the foul call. So yeah, I think the idea on offense with these really big front courts, especially with AD and Jackson. I was talking about this on the pod, but you shut down a lot of your pick and roll stuff when you play these two big but non-spacer type of bigs together. And so I think part of the idea, and I love this because it's called back to 2020 and 2021, is we're going to play through AD, but it's going basically if you put your bigger defender on AD, that means Jackson can really crash the glass and LeBron as well, right? But there's sort of you can have a harder time with that, although that may be the better way to go in a lot of situations. But if it's Naz Reid, like AD can go to work on Naz Reid in the post. And I think that in these bigger groups, they're sort of hunting for that. And we might see this from LeBron as well, although that makes the spacing off the ball a little more difficult when it's AD and Jackson off of the ball. So if you have two non-shooters, like it's a little harsh to call AD a non-shooter. He's not Jackson, right? But he's a guy that the defenses are going to guard way more to protect against the rim than his jumper. That can kind of make the spacing difficult they don't if one of them doesn't have the ball, especially. A good start here. Fun game so far. I think the offense of this group is going to be something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. But yeah, fun game so far. So, Swade, if LeBron's got the ball at a high pinch post, where do you have LeBron and AD and Hayes? Yeah, probably corner for AD. You may have to have Hayes in the opposite corner, but that's part of why it's like, hey, should Dalton be? That to me, like, if you have congestion that comes from two non-shooters and bigger lineups, I think you have to have a counter gravity as a balance. So I would argue if you're going to do this and you want to be this big ass group, like put Connect at one of those spots. You got to have somebody that makes the defense go, oh crap, we got to get out to the perimeter. And if Hayes is going to be either in the dunkers, yeah, AD in the corner, Hayes setting screens for sure, but they're going to help off of AD, right? So they're going to give AD that corner three to take away Jackson lob threats, for example. But if LeBron, but if LeBron's at the pinch post and AD's in the corner, you're saying Hayes setting a down screen or something like that for AD in the corner, or like screening away on the opposite side. That's probably better is to have him on the opposite side. Yeah. I could see that. I just think that if like who's he screening for? Does the defense care? Like if it's Gabe Vincent, I think that they're gonna make him hit some shots. That's part of the reason why like I get this style of play, but Dalton would be important, I think. So we get AD going to the line. About your question, AD, welcome by the way. Um, I think that it's about personnel to a large extent. I'm a big believer that AD needs a dance partner on the floor in terms of a guy that can play two-man game with him, and that really facilitates a lot of the best of him. With this particular group, um, it's harder again because I think a lot of the pick and roll lanes are not shut down, but they're a lot harder to get when you've got two non-spacers like that. I also think this is an important jump shooting game from Minnesota. They're just, as a matter of strategy, they're gonna and personnel, right? They got Gobert. They're gonna do a lot to take away the paint and take away the rim. But I think they give up some opportunities on the perimeter if AD's got his jumper going. Yeah, Randall does look thinner. All right, AD taking the second free throw now, knocks it down. Love seeing him get to the line. 20-15, Lakers up. 2:12 left. Daniels lets the ball roll up court. Hands off over to Dante. Lakers switch that. Got 80 on Nas Reed. Lakers in a bit of a zone right here in that little 3-2 zone. Love to see it. I was wondering if we would. Stepped out on the Dante. Lakers rotate over. Jackson closeout. Hits that corner three. That bottom, those corner threes are an attack point against a 3-2 zone. So, sorry, that was Alexander Walker knocking that down. And it looks like the Wolves are also in a zone, but a 2-3 gets the ball to AD in the middle. That's trouble. Tough shot. Jackson tracks it down. AD in the paint, goes over the top and misses that too. Oh, sorry. 1 second. I just got cut off. Sorry, guys. I am offline for a moment. TV just popped up with asking for an AirPlay passcode. It's 6938, Pop. It's 6938. The AirPlay passcode. I can't watch it until. Sorry. I need some technical difficulties music. All right, we're moving toward back to being live. Sorry about this, guys. All right, we're back at it. Got Jackson getting a rebound. Let's see if make sure we're still synced. I'm at 103, 102, 101. Is that about where I was before I got lost? All right. Got Jackson going to the rim there. Going to go to the line. Cool. Sorry about that. Low scoring first quarter, good defense on both sides. Jackson knocks down the first free throw. Lakers with 3-point lead. So I have a theory on Jackson's lack of shot blocking is that I rarely ever see him jump when he's backpedaling or even from a standstill. If he obviously he's got just crazy hops if he's going forward, but if not, like, yeah, it's Nas Reed takes a three and freaking banks it in. Disgusting. Lakers up one. Gabe's got the ball, pressured by DiVincenzo. Lakers in there, 4-out spacing. Nice. Got the empty side pick and roll. LeBron looking rough on that layup right there, but got a good opportunity at least. Right. Got DiVincenzo with the ball. 30 seconds left on the clock. Guarded by Vincent. Over to Alexander Walker. Good lock and trail. Keeps DiVincenzo in front. It's the floater in the lane. Lakers don't get the rebound. DiVincenzo gets it. Puts Minnesota up. D'Lo back in the game. We got D'Lo, Gabe, Max, Jackson, and LeBron. Lakers going to hold for the last shot. Over to D'Lo as the ball screen. As to end the quarter, misses the clean look. Oh, he wanted that one. All right. Good first quarter of basketball. Lakers go down by one, kind of lose the rope a little bit at the end, but let's see how we come out in that second quarter. I think this will be the Bronny group, but we'll see. Yeah, tough finish to that quarter. We should have won that quarter for sure. I don't love what we're doing lineup wise in that last group, and LeBron was looking a little crusty. We shall see. All right, let me pull up a box score here. All right. Lakers shoot an ugly 8 for 26 in the first quarter, just 31% from the field, 2 of 11 from three. Uh, AD leading the way with 6 points, 5 boards, and 3 assists. And but 2 of 6 shooting, he missed some opportunities. And yeah, we've got some work to do on those non-LeBron minutes. That's sort of where offensively we really lost the rope because we were we were up. We had it was what 13-7. The starters played well on offense, and that's kind of what they do. But yeah, I would really argue that those non-LeBron minutes having offensive firepower, which is why I advocate for connect there, and it also gives AD a dancing partner, which I think unlocks AD too. So we'll see. We'll see how that group does, but I don't think there's enough offense in Minnesota. We gave them too many opportunities to kind of get back in it with empty offensive possessions. Both D'Lo and Austin are 1 for 4 from the field, combined 1 for 5 from three. Max has missed all 3 of his threes. Good start for Rui. We definitely missed him after he went out. Anthony Edwards leading the way for Minnesota with 8 points on 3 of 6 and 2 of 5 from three. Gobert with 3 points and 5 boards after the first quarter. Julius did not get on the board in his first quarter as a T-Wolf. They're shooting 50% from the field. It's interesting that we're as close as we are, and that's because of the turnover differential, 5-2 right now. I agree that shooting is an issue, but I think it's the events that are leading up to the shot that are going to take some time for them to get rhythm, clean type of looks. That I think it's our shooting is a reflection of how well we're running offensive sets. The Knicks were brutal, man. That was freaking disgusting to watch. And then the green fuckers just making everything. I think there's a good chance we have that slump to start the year, Josh, because again, the types of threes I was talking about this to my Laker buddy today. The types of threes that a lot of the guys are shooting to, it's coming off of different action and different footwork, things like that. That I think it's just going to take an adjustment period to a degree. I also think there's going to be some places where they go, "Hey, actually, this isn't a good shot for us," or "We should be doing this instead." So this is part of where Reddick is really going to earn his money is being able to make those adjustments. We're back at it. In the game, we got D'Lo, Rui, Dalton in the game, LeBron, and Jackson. All right, so not a lot of defense with this group, but they should be able to score. Flows over to D'Lo in the corner. Oh, in and out. Nice rebound, Rui. Just kicking ass. Just kicking ass around the rim today on both ends. Let's go, Rui. Right. Got Julius with the ball. For Minnesota, we got Conley, Julius, Nas Reed, DiVincenzo coming off a screen. Dalton tries to chase him, sidesteps it, misses wide. But Lakers can't track down long rebound. A little too aggressive from Rui on that board. Want to get to the elbow on that spot from where he is. Step back 3 over Jackson by Julius. Knocks it down. Shooters feel very comfortable shooting over Jackson if he's not closing out. If he's closing out, he can get there very quickly and can bother those. But from a standstill, they hit those at a high rate. Over to LeBron, Minnesota in a zone. Back over to LeBron, shot fakes it, got some shot clock issues. Hayes from mid-range gets his own rebound, falls to the ground. Nice pass out to LeBron, though. Good hustle. Over to Dalton. Shot fake, lets it fly. Back over to Rui, sidesteps it, poor spacing. D'Lo cutting in Dalton's wake. I love it. Good stuff. tied it up at 26. I love those weight cut, those second wave attack type of things. All right. Julius with the ball over to kill Alexander Walker. Rui defending in the paint, tries to body him. Good job, Rui strips it. Let's freaking go, Rui. Over to LeBron over on the left side. 10-18 left. In transition, drive and kick. D'Lo didn't want it. Over to Rui. Good closeout by Conley. Bumps him off. All right. We'll keep it here, though. Those are the type of shots that Rui's playing well. Don't get me wrong, but those are the type of shots where it's like work for the next shot. We don't need a step back mid range jumper this early. Like if you're gonna go over Conley, let's attack Conley, but let's like kick his ass down under the basket. Don't bail him out with a jumper there. All right, LeBron with the ball got 10 on the shot clock. D'Lo over to Jackson. D'Lo's been open but not hitting. He does not hit against these bigger physical teams. Nice rebound, Jackson. Good work. Earns us another possession. I think D'Lo gets sped up against these type of teams. Gobert on the bench. Inbound to Jackson, guarded by Conley. Again, they're in that 2-3 zone. Try to mitigate. Oh, nice pass, D'Lo. Into Jackson. Bounces off his hand, but he collects it. Lakers up 2. 9:47 left. Nas with the ball up top of the key. Fakes the handoff over to Conley. Going to attack Jackson. He missed. Oh, but D'Lo gives up the corner crash to Alexander Walker. Going to have 2 free throws. Yes, he did. Missed the box out. Very clever play by D'Lo right here, where he like sort of faked a back screen on one elbow and then cut across the paint right there to be able to get the dish off to Jackson. You sort of overload one side, but he disguised that well. Right. Alexander Walker splits the free throws. Lakers up 1. D'Lo with the handle. Probes. Yeah, gets all the way there. Sneak attack by D'Lo. Put his head down, got all the way to the rack. Lakers up 3. 9:23 left. Bad defense by Minnesota on that play. Julius with the ball, guarded by Rui in a good stance. He's going to switch that. I like seeing Rui switch out onto guys. Got Jackson switching. Good to see. Oh, LeBron gets lost. Julius did not want it. Coughs it up. Going to get a charge. Let's go. God damn. LeBron got you don't usually see LeBron get launched by somebody, but Julius is a big boy. My God. Yeah, he embellished it a little bit. Gotta throw your neck back a little, but yeah, that's not a lot of throwing your neck back. That's Julius. All right, Lakers up 3, 9:03 left. Jackson with the ball on the elbows, get a back screen. Dalton comes off the split. Nice pass, Jackson. Nice pass, Dalton. Jackson all the way to the hoop. That's the sort of counter gravity I'm talking about, right? They showed up high on Dalton. He made that pass. That's going to be a critical pass for Dalton because they're going to guard him that way. Lakers up 5. Good read, kid. Over to Nas with some head of steam. Turns the corner, but misses. Going a little too fast. Lakers got numbers if they can exploit it. LeBron with the ball. Crossover all the way to the hoop with the ball fake. Froze the defense. Lakers up 7 on a little run. Let's go. Great crossover, and then the little fake just froze the defense. Nice pass, Dalton. I think I like the idea with this group in that Reddick has done so many things where it's like, hey, I get where you're going with that. It's not like galaxy brained. It's very sensible in that you look at this group. Basically, I think with AD off of the floor, there is no version of the team really that's an awesome defense. And so in the Hayes minutes, and that's a LeBron group too, let's be awesome on offense at least. So you look at the personnel on the floor right now, 5 of our very best offensive players outside of AD. D'Lo at the 1. At the 2, we have Dalton. Then Rui, LeBron, and a great roll man in Jackson. Jackson's a very good offensive player, both in terms of you're seeing how he's impacting the offensive glass, but also as a great roll manner. And so it's like, hey, we can if we can be smart on defense, but like be good at something. That's how you can at least tread water. Because if we can be okay in non-AD minutes, then we can really we could really do something when we've got both of the guys on the court, especially. Now we need to figure out those without LeBron minutes. This was true at the end of last year, and we're still kind of at that point of the story. But I love seeing kind of a conceptually be good at what you can be good at. And that's a hell of a lot of offensive talent, especially for the start of a second quarter, which is usually not a team's best defensive group. Right, we're exploiting the non-Gobert minutes. If Gobert were in right now, he'd be able to at least lock down part of that so that if D'Lo's having poor shooting night like he is from the perimeter, Rui's not hitting, it's like, oh, we're taking away the interior and we can sort of, make this guy who's not shooting well anyway uncomfortable. You're not going to be that great in those minutes. But I see distinctive personalities I see what he's going for even with that AD group of like that's our defensive group. And then to start the second quarter, that's our offensive group. So just very cool seeing the level of consideration and level of intent behind the lineups and just a lot of common sense stuff that he's going to have to tweak and adjust for sure, but just really like the starting point we're at. Yeah, good point about Bronny. We haven't seen him. Oh man, are they going to put Bronny in right when we're in the middle of a run? That's setting the kid up for failure on some level. This is also something that doesn't have to happen tonight, right? Isn't that cool about the Griffeys being in the building? I saw that. Everybody looks so old too. I remember when Ken Griffey Jr. came into the league. I had his rookie card, and I remember when his dad looked like a decently young man. All right, as we're back, Lakers up 7. Conley comes off the screen, kicks it out to McDaniels, gets a corner 3. D'Lo with the rebound. Good stuff. Looking to push up the left slot. Kind of clunky spacing, pulls it back into an awkward drag screen. Lakers getting set up. Okay, there's the drag screen, but nobody actually sets it. Trying to get Dalton open, and we do. Curling off of it. Let's go, kid. Lakers up 10. Nice play. That's why they weren't making contact on those screens. Good play call. Hits his first shot, I believe, right? All right, good back pressure. Attack that. Good contest by D'Lo. Nice floater over the top, though. Got to live with that. Good defense, though. They shut down the ground lanes right there. Lakers up 8. Got a double drag screen. Again, same play for connect right there. LeBron gets tackled. Everybody on the floor. It looks like McDaniels got the worst of it, but he's young. He's all right. I saw him play when he was like 16 years old at a this thing out in Eastern California. It was who's Kuz's trainer? Clint Parks. It's Clint Parks event. Um and yeah, he was just really impressive. Interesting to see what the direction his career's gone into. Got Dalton running around just as he should. Got the pop over to AD, and then he gets into the lane, gets the foul call. So that even if he doesn't take the actual 3, popping out to that space, if they close out to him or if he sees a lane, he can shoot that gap like he did right there. He doesn't have to take the 3, but it's about popping out into that open space in the first place to sort of keep the flow going. I don't think Dalton will be getting his first minutes starting in the second quarter for very long, meaning that I think he's going to be good enough early enough to start coming into the game a little bit earlier. And I think that he could be just what the doctor ordered for, because I get what Reddick's going for in that AD only group. But I do think that just having one more really good offensive player with gravity opens up things for everybody. AD knocks down both free throws. Lakers back up 10. All right. Little pocket pass. Nice steal by Dito. Out ahead. Ah, I didn't get enough juice on it. Throw it over the top on that. Damn. Missed opportunity right there. Conley in transition to Gobert. Elbows Austin. Nice play by Austin. Bodies him, strips him. Dalton with the ball in the middle. Looking to push. All the way, kid. Lays it up and in. Let's go. See, he brings it up, can bring it back down. Not a lot of shooters can do that. Lakers up 12. And he pushed on that. I love him in transition. Austin jumps the passing lane. Let's go, kid. Let's go. Lays it up and one. Woo! Lakers are hooping. 14-point game. Let's go, y'all. Great read by Austin. Jumping in the passing lane. Wolves are a little bit rattled right now. Leaned in, cut away Ant's angle right there. Gets the bump and the bucket. Austin can't complete the three-point play. Lakers up 14. DiVincenzo with the ball, flanked by Naz Reid and Gobert on the horns. Hands it off over to DiVincenzo. Lakers switch that. AD out onto the perimeter. Dalton got Joe Ingles in the game, looking to try and break this smothering Lakers defense. Drive and kick, not a good look. Over an AD closeout, who rim runs on that. Oh, it's my... Almost got my favorite thing, but it's all right. It's still chaos, which is advantage Lakers. Nice pull up by Rui. The rim runs, they create a it's beautiful 17-2 run in 3:20. Tremendous Rui game so far. Got Gabe on the ball against Ant. Good closeout by Dalton, but Ant connects nonetheless. Cuts it to 13. Trying to pick up the intensity of his teammates right now. Love that with Ant. Going to pressure the ball. That's a way you can do it. Be wary. Be wary, Austin. He turns the corner, though. Lakers. Let's go, AD. AD picks up the garbage and puts it back up and in. Got a little lucky on that play, but we'll take it. Lakers up 15. Naz Reid looking to post up on Dalton. Got a bucket on Dalton in a post up in the preseason. Ingles open. Lakers a little bit off in there. Whoa, misses way long. Dalton tracks it down. Comes up the left side, matched up with Naz Reid. Where you going, kid? Picks up his dribble. Nice little kickback. Nifty pass. Rui gets his own rebound. Spins. Lefty. Bucket. Lakers up 17. Rui kicking ass around the rim. Lakers 15 second chance points. Who are these guys? AD shown up high. Ant splits it. Good step over, drive and kick. Open. Naz Reid misses it long. Minnesota not in a rhythm. Lakers looking to go up. Dalton to put us up 20. Oh, almost makes it in, but doesn't. Over to DiVincenzo up the right sideline. 4:45 left. Looks to attack on Gabe. Retreats. Throws it up. Ball slips out of his hands. Going the other way. Lakers force another turnover. Right. Good stuff, Rui. LeBron just... Too fun. Let's keep it up, guys. All right. Lakers in their 4-out spacing. Going to initiate that with the kickback. Over to Dalton on the wing. Guarded by Ingles. Gets the ball over to AD at the top of the circle. Guarded by Gobert. See, dances with him. Gets around him. That's off the glass. Count it. Let's go. Goaltending. That's the way to do it, AD. AD's always been able to put Gobert on skates and seems to really enjoy doing it. All right. Dalton gets called for the whistle, trying to chase Ingles over the screen. That's the thing I like about Dalton too, is defensively he gives a crap. Like he's going. He's might not be making the right play, but even then, like he's impressed me in that. Like he's not as far behind as I thought he might be. He's got some tools to work with at the very least. All right. And coming off the screen, AD shows high. Oh, AD blew that coverage. Going to give up an and one. Yeah. See, AD just raised his hand. That's my bad. Let Ant turn the corner. That's something I would always teach my players is in two-man defensive situations. So the two-man defensive situation here being Austin and then AD on the hedge. You can't get beat outside leg. AD just got beat to his outside leg there. The thought is that if you can handle that, they say this in football, like setting the setting the hedge or something. We're setting the edge. And you've got to set the edge there. If he brings it back middle, you lead him right back into your guard. Gabe with the ball, flips it over to Austin, over to connect. Same type of action as before, but Joe Ingles pokes it away. All right, here it is. LeBron and Bronny, first time in NBA history, father son playing together. Bravo, you guys. All right. LeBron pulls it back. They go under the screen, but he misses long. LeBron not really in a rhythm, which is Lakers being up 16 is a great sign. Looks to close out. Lakers switch that. Bronny switches over onto Julius, twists in the paint, knocks it down over the top of him. Lakers up 14. Ooh, a little bit of a dangerous pass, but back over to AD. LeBron's going to set the screen. AD thinks about it, takes it, misses short. Bronny almost with the putback, but it gets tapped off of the glass. Ant with the ball. Matched up against LeBron. Switched over to Austin. Lakers switching. AD attacking, hedging back over. Good help. Step through on Ant. Drive and kick. Let's go. Forcing the air ball. Wonderful Lakers defense. If we can, yeah. Sorry. Too early to be talking about what I could be doing videos on if we could win. Don't want to jinx it, but we are playing great defense. All right. Lakers in their horn set. LeBron and AD on the horns. LeBron with it, left alone. They close out hard to him. Pulls it back. LeBron is not super mobile right now. And now we got shot clock issues, some bad offensive possessions. Misses the jumper. Austin on the ball. AD again showing out high. Lakers give the putback dunk. Got to be able to get underneath that ideally. But that's one of the weaknesses of showing out higher like that is that you can give up that putback. Lakers going to get a timeout. Yeah, Lakers lose. It's funny too because I don't think Bronny did anything wrong. I mean, he's small, so Julius is going to be able to shoot over the top of him whenever he wants. But it's not, yeah, not a serious basketball group, especially if Braun is not playing particularly well, and he's not so far. Oh, am I already losing the voice? Oh, it's gonna, yeah, it'll be gone by the end of the night. I'm sound like Doc Rivers or Tibbs. I think my future voice is more Tibbs than Doc Rivers, but we'll see. I apologize in advance. Thank you, thank you. I got the water. Momentum definitely changed there. Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about the co-host thing, Ender, and again, like over the course of halftime, if y'all want to ask questions or anything, I know not everybody wants to be on air or whatever you want to call this, but yeah, I'm enjoying doing these and hanging out with y'all like as is for now. These are difficult for Darius to join in on, um, but I think he'll be on some of them. Yeah. All right. I'm glad we've got some Rasp fans. It comes from the woos and the and ones and all of that. So a good game. Oh my God, the Milwaukee game, the home game, both games against Milwaukee were great last year, but the home game against them, uh, the next day I sounded like Louis Armstrong. It was great. I think we did a pod that day. D'Lo game winner, Dinwiddie block. Yeah. I see trees are green. Grim, I will spill tea on Lakers front office and inner workings, but now is not the time. We are up double digits on Minnesota, playing good basketball on the opening night of the year. So the times will come for the right stories to come out. We're not in a rush. And also not like I was sitting in their freaking front office meetings, but I think that I do think I have some big picture insight on them, but I just love the direction we're on right now. I'm very grateful for that. Not PMZ. Yeah, I didn't think we'd take Bronny out after that short of a time. We may just end the quarter with him. Got Austin coming off of it. Dalton, nice back cut by LeBron, gonna get a dunk. They thought that he was gonna circle around the top, and look, when LeBron joins this party, offensively, we're gonna be in business. Lakers up 14, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Over to Engels, gets over to the corner. Good closeout by Dalton, but still over the top. Nice shot by Alexander Walker. Or was that McDaniels? That was McDaniels, I believe. No, 9. My eyes are going on me. Yeah, that's Alexander Walker. All right, Bronny skips it over to LeBron. Got AD setting this ball screen. Drive and kick to Bronny. Oh, that would have been awesome. No dice, though. Kicks it over to Ant. Looks to isolate. Going to post up on Bronny. Goes over the top of him. They're definitely seeking him out. Misses short. Austin gets the rebound. 1:29 left. We've got the clock frozen. Clock is frozen. No one notices. No one continues to notice that the clock is frozen. And there's a foul. Shit like this happens in NBA games all the time. It drives me crazy. And you'd be amazed at how many like box score stats are like, that's not the guy who got the assist on that play. Yeah, that was a good contest. Bronny checks out for the last little stretch. All right, they fixed the clock. We're down to 119. I'm sorry, Dave, but it's good to see you around these parts. All right. Max with the ball in triple threat position. Let's see, we got Max into the game for Bronny. Same group otherwise. Drop step over the top. AD can't get it to go. Trickles across the rim. Minnesota gonna try to cut this down to single digits. Gonna be a unfortunate end to the drive and kick. Kick it out over to Julius over the top of Austin. Misses that long. Good box in by D'Lo right there. Helps Lakers get the rebound. AD with the ball. They switch that. Gonna get a foul call on a hold, I think, on Joe Ingles. So yeah, a box in. There are some times where you're not in the position to box out, meaning that you have inside position and you do all that. But if you can pin them under the basket, like as far as possible, that can be just as effective. And that's what D'Lo did on that play and kind of cleared the way for AD to get that rebound. Max knocks down the first free throw as Lakers are in the bonus. All right. Max pushes it back up to 13. Got Ant with the ball, guarded by Austin. A lot of Hornsey type of stuff from, although this is a stacky type of pick and roll. Lakers switch that, got the switch. Good step back. But AD makes you speed up a little bit and take that shot a little quicker than you wanted to. Lakers get the rebound, up 13, looking to close strong. Back door. Oh! Max tracks it down. Over to D'Lo. Open three. Oh, misses. Damn, D'Lo's gotten some good looks. The clock is frozen. Okay, we're back running again. 8 seconds left. Ant with the ball, guarded by Max. Let's see if he tries to be physical with him. Dances with him instead. Good foul by Austin. Did he get into his gather? Is he going up with it? There have been a couple, and I missed this from teams, and I wonder, what this looks like 3 weeks into the season. But like, take a freaking foul around the basket. There's too many concession layups. Like fouls like that, you know, take that. Good play. That foul to give 3.2. Very smart by Austin. All right. Pushes McDaniels out. Going to have to chuck that. Don't foul. Long two. Did he get it off? Doesn't matter. Lakers up 13 in a stellar first half defensive performance. Lakers very well prepared. Very just, yeah, great concept. Again, we had a little bit of the sideshow for a couple of minutes there too, which makes it impressive. And Bronny didn't do anything wrong necessarily, in those minutes, and had a good contest, had a clean look, just missed it a little bit short. But yeah, kind of was a bit of a record scratch moment. But yeah, good half by the Lakers. Thank you, David. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, your support on Patreon and buy me a coffee, all that really helps. Let's see what we're looking at halftime. Rui is the first guy that comes to mind for me with plus 22. Thought he was tremendous in just putting pressure on the rim, just great energy on defense, really solid two-way game from him. And he can be, when we did the preview of this game, that we're worried about the physicality of Minnesota and all of that. And we've got somebody that wants to come up on stage. Oh no, that's Power Chat. Sorry, figuring this out. Rui can be a great equalizer within that. It's like, if Rui's cooking, all of a sudden we're not all that behind, especially in the front court collective size. So it's so our buddies over at the Lakers Legacy pod call it the Galaxy Brain era of Lakers basketball, which I consider to be Vogel's last year through Darvin's 2 years, where there was just so much self-sabotage. And it was like, it doesn't have to be like this. And so just not being extremely annoyed about basic things entering into the season is so nice. And it's just cool to see what Redick is implementing. And a lot of it makes sense. Again, there's a lot of work to do, but this is a different looking team than came out of the gates, even just through one half of basketball of the last couple of seasons. So a lot of work ahead, but this is how you set off on the right course at the very least. And yeah, good call out about AD missed some bunnies. Some of those are tougher than they look, I think, with Gobert kind of bothering your as you bring the ball up and all of that. But yeah, he missed some of those, and then D'Lo as well, right? So thought Dalton played tremendously in the minutes that he did get. 2 for 3 from the field, plus 12 in those minutes. 10:41 of action. Jackson gave us some spark as well. He's not always the prettiest guy to watch, and also defensively can be very frustrating. But I really loved the concept of that group to start the second quarter, of which Jackson was a key contributor. Thank you, TD. D Johnson asking about the Wolves missing Cat. It's funny, like the people who I really respect and like, well, there's a lot of people I really respect basketball wise, but a lot of the people I really respect really like the trade from Minnesota, and it makes me question my own judgment on it, where part of what you can run into trouble with going with this massive smash mouth type of style is spacing. And but when you have personnel that can kind of counter that, with Cat being such a natural shooter, and I know Julius is a solid 3-point shooter too, but my observation of Julius is he takes a lot of pull up threes and just he likes to have the ball in his hands and kind of those guys that like to get into a rhythm a little bit before they shoot. Whereas Cat can be like Ant with his crazy athleticism just ran a ball screen with Gobert, and Gobert can be a good role man in the right circumstances, right? He certainly provides value around the rim from a lob threat standpoint. So an AD, or I'm sorry, an Ant Gobert pick and roll can put a lot of pressure, legit pressure on the rim. If you've got a big man who can shoot the ball, then that's a great counter to that, right? That's sort of all the ingredients that you need, and it allows you to play bigger at the 4-5 spot because you can still do the thing that is the reason why the NBA is kind of downsized, which is that ability to shoot the three. Now, it also comes down to like, can you guard the three on the other end too? And I'm curious about Julius also from like a personal standpoint of if things go badly and if it takes a little bit for them to sort of figure themselves out, which I was thinking as I was running errands earlier today, like this is a time where we have a bit of a continuity advantage over another pretty good team in that I think we know how to play with our group better than Minnesota knows how to play with Julius and DiVincenzo and all of that. So it's like, and I think that that was some of the what we saw in that first half is we turned up on defense and Minnesota was like, we don't know how to I don't know how to play with you quite the same way to get there. So yeah, they just look a little unsure and Lakers are playing with great pace. If they continue with that sort of intensity and effort, they should be able to close out this game. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, David. It's okay to hope. It's okay to look. This team, DMR, this is a fact, an objective fact. This team, when it wasn't actively self-sabotaging itself, has generally played 700 basketball. This group of guys. We won 47 games last year with just, just so much frustrating stuff from a coaching standpoint. And, we had some injury issues and all of that, but 47 games is a decent number of wins. And we didn't have perfect health. Obviously, we had LeBron and AD doing it well, but like this is what this team's capable of. This isn't even like a kick-ass LeBron half. And so it like keep fighting for it. Like they should not come into the season thinking of like long term. Oh, we're not good enough, and they don't seem to be. And I think that there's just great life and spirit in the team that you can catapult forward into bigger and better things. Absolutely, Keezy. Absolutely, a higher ceiling for this year's team. And I really think Dalton has a lot to do with it. He's exactly the player archetype and sort of that size and athleticism, and I think ready to go now. Like I have similar feelings like I do to Max in that there, I wish he was a couple of years older or more experienced. Like I know he's 23 and all of that, but these are his first NBA minutes. He's going to be learning a lot of things that just everybody goes through. And if he just had a couple of years under his belt, I'd be a little more bullish about it. Um, but yeah, no, I think they've got great ingredients to where to me the goal is this. Let's get to the deadline being like, yo, we've got a good team. We know what we kind of need. We've played serious basketball for long enough to be like, all right, this is the spot that we really need to fill in. I have my thoughts on it. I think it's kind of the 2-3 defender type of spot. Um, like Bruce Brown comes to mind, for example, as a example of somebody who I think would be helpful in this type of style. Anyway, um, and but really know what we need, and so I think that's totally achievable. And so, yeah, I think there's reason to be excited. It's okay to get excited. Yo, you did the Turkish version. Thank you. I am I am going a slightly different path these days, but thank you for dubbing those over. I really appreciate your work on that. And yeah, I know they're trying to do some things with the Lakers as well, kind of growing internationally. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that exactly anytime soon. But yes, those good memories. Good memories. Look, the Ham coasting as a head coach, 100%. That was a fucking like on the plane, like, hotel bar type of stuff. Look, meaning that there wasn't a lot of like, I am dying over this. And that's why his quote was so, did this motherfucker just say that? Like, sorry, I shouldn't get too spicy live. No, it's just, there's just a level of intensity that, and just, it felt like the car had been put on cruise control. And yeah, you just listen to the post game interview. I hated them too. And it was very frustrating. Anyway, what are we looking for in the second half, y'all? Let me give this some thought. Yeah, the energy is totally different. It's because, look, the players know better than anybody if this is legit or if this is some bullshit. Let me get a refill on my water. I'm going to be right back. All right, we're back. Oh, they did a Jerry montage? I didn't catch that. No. It's funny too because the organization to me was really on the defensive end, right? We've talked about new offense and all of that, but there was a lot of help. The helper again. If we can hold on for the win for this, I'm going to do a film session on the Lakers defense because it was just really just a joy to watch. How we get Dalton more minutes, I think, is with that AD group. I was talking about this in the first half, but just have him come in earlier than the. But he did run a long shift. It was a 10:41 shift. He's starting out as a two shift player, as I understand, but I don't think he's going to be a two shift player for a super long time. Or no, did he come back in? I think he took a little break in the middle. Nonetheless, he's at 10:41. Super interesting when Vando comes back, right? But I've seen enough of Connect where it's like there's no way he can be a DNP. Like it's got to go the other direction. Dr. Ocular, thank you for the power chat. The too many playable players, I agree with, and I feel like from a I think you got to reverse engineer it from the playoffs, right? And from high level basketball. Like, okay, what do we need to be able to get there? There's always the talk of the third star, and we've sort of teased a Zach Levine conversation, which is a path to go down, but I think not the only one. And just from what this team needs, like, and especially if it's got a defensive personality, like, anyhow, yeah, I think it needs a consolidation trade, right? Where two of the 10 million to 20 million guys are combined to get one guy who's like, yeah, probably JHS involved in that for salary purposes. Yeah, D'Lo is, I think, the obvious candidate for that. The one thing I'd say though is that D'Lo does more point guardy things for this team than he gets credit for. And for the guy I'm trading D'Lo for in my mind, just right at the second, and this legit changes 3 times a week, so don't quote me on this. Like I'm very into Bruce Brown right now. Um, but the like he can run backup point guard. He did it for Denver in their title run, but it's not a D'Lo type of point guard, or not even close, you know. And so I just worry that if you trade D'Lo, you know, it's so easy to be down on a guy like D'Lo, and then once his skill set's gone, you're like, crap, why can't we score? Why isn't this unit that was awesome, that all offense unit we were talking about at the beginning of the second quarter? Why isn't that scoring the way that it did before? And so just D'Lo greases the wheels in ways that I think are easy to overlook, and we need to be careful if we trade him and how that gets replaced. I think there are options for sure that are, some of which are even internal, um, but it, like, you can't take it for granted. I do too, DMR. So then it becomes like, basically, if we go the defensive route, I like Gabe, but I would like to size up at the at Gabe's spot. But a guy like Gabe again, but I also don't want to be trading our defenders. I go back on and forth on the who would be going out, and a lot of what that's going to depend on is who would come in. Lionel, I'm not as big on Grant, just from the perspective of like, well, he's a really good scorer. He can be an on-ball guy and a catch and shoot guy. The thing I worry most about him is like, is that dude who, remember how he was with Denver in the 2020 series, where he was a good defender, he was helping on the boards, like he's using his length in ways where it's like, I get it, he's in Portland and they're not playing serious basketball games. He was in Detroit before that, very similar type of thing. But those are also situations he chose. He wanted to get paid, right? And like, so there's just a certain level of like, does he want to play at that level of intensity too, that I question? To be continued. We're back at it for the second half. Gonna have Austin coming off an Iverson cut, flows into a ball screen with side ball screen. Nice. Lobs it up to AD for the dunk. Beautifully designed play. Get that side pick and roll going. And then a quick pass from LeBron to AD. LeBron is a roll man, just obviously great short roll passer. Great advantage that you have right there. Get that screen from Gobert. AD comes out on it. Misses long. Good contest. I love seeing AD contesting these shots coming off the screen. Good call by Darius. But they get the putback. Lakers up 13. Gonna same play, get that Iverson cut from Austin. Gonna curl that around though. Back screen pops out. Good, organized. That's how you get a good deep post seal. Good stuff. Although tough guy to post seal against. AD's been forced into bad shots when he's posted up Gobert. He should be looking to dance with him, not post him up. 11 minutes left on the clock. LeBron picks up a foul as we're on a reach in. Good call. All right. Got the inbound pass to Ant. Gonna get Conley off the curl. Back pressure from D'Lo. Misses long. Come on, get in there. Get that rebound. Come on, Lakers. Lakers get beat to the Austin and Rui get beat to that. Yeah, that's right. Get on his ass. Oh, thank you, JJ. Yes, amen. Yeah, center might be that position for sure. My concern about the center position is the Lakers get the turnover. Sorry, I missed that. Um, my concern about the center position is that there's a lot of competition for backup fives this year. A few teams are going to be looking for that. Anyway, let's talk trade stuff when the game isn't live. Over on the elbow to AD, hands it off to LeBron, skips it over to Austin, attacks the closeout. Bodies Conley, very patient, nice shot. Good job using Austin's size advantage over Conley on that play. Lakers up 15, Conley with the ball. Gets it back on the handoff. Snakes the pick and roll. Dances out in the middle. Kicks it out. McDaniels shot fakes. LeBron jumps at it. Stays on the ground. Tough shot. Good defense. Oh, does AD get it? Keep it here. Lakers lost a couple of possession battles to start this half. Redick is pissed off about it. All right. Inbound pass. Rui. Let's freaking go. Look ahead. All right. Got LeBron. Dump it off to AD all the way. Gets the foul. Falls to the ground. Let's go. Rui just doing his job, staying pressed up in ball denial, and that he's in three-quarter denial, so he gets that deflection with his inside hand. Just picture perfect, right? You got the arm bar on his ribs. You're in that three-quarter denial with your left hand. Get yourself a steal and out in transition, then whips the ball ahead to LeBron. Great Rui game tonight. AD knocks down the free throw. Total different vibe from our head coach, huh? Chicky baby, I will attend a couple games this season. I'm working on one coming up soon. I'll update you guys on because that'll be a special one. Austin, let's freaking go. Gets in the middle of it, gets tied up by McDaniels. D'Lo sprints over to help him up. I love that. That's something that D'Lo does also that's underrated on a team. Let's freaking go, Austin. Good stuff. Minnesota not doing doing the little things. The aggression, I think, is key when you have that size advantage to sort of take the fight to them. All right. Oh, Lakers win the tip. Just a way more energy. D'Lo, make one of these. Oh my goodness. Airballs everything from super flat-footed place. Lakers up 16. Julius drives. Good defense. D'Lo helps break it up. Oh, but they recover. Gotten beat to several of those. Damn it. Gives up the open corner three. I think they're trying, but this is some of the athletic deficiency, right? Getting loose balls is kind of the domain of better athletes. Little ball screen, baseline cut. Rui with the dunk. Let's go. Nice read. Nice roll. Rui rules the baseline. Sorry for coughing in everyone's ear. But Rui's great on those baseline cuts. Reminds me of Sabalos. AD shows high, looping skip. LeBron almost gets to it. Julius from three. AD collects the rebound. Nice outlet to D'Lo. Taps it back. Beautiful play. A nice play. Oh, that was some beautiful basketball if the court was 100 feet long, but it's only 94. It's a turnover. AD closeout. Love seeing him out on the perimeter. All right. Nice low man rotation by Rui. Forces the turnover. Good stuff, Rui. Lakers with some snap up 15. Get a ball screen from AD. Gonna pull up. Open. Oh, but back rims it. Not enough arc. Ant with the ball. Guarded by Austin. Goes behind his back. Gets by him. Seals the angle. Drives and kick. Out to Conley. Misses long. Rui gets the rebound. Got numbers. Got Rui. Back to him. Let's go. And the foul. Good two-man fast break. Good stuff by D'Lo. One sec. Yeah, getting a little bit of a frustration from the Minnesota side. Rui gets the roll. See, when you're doing things right, the basketball gods reward you. Gets a nice little lucky bounce on a free throw. Lakers up 17. Rui switches out. Like seeing this. D'Lo fighting for position. Gonna force that post catch out. Good work, D'Lo. Let's see what he can do from here. Little low side help from AD. A good man to get help from. Oh, gets sidestepped. Damn. So yeah, that's a tough assignment. If you want to see man and ball, Rui got back cut, basically a 3-point back cut is basically what happened there. Lakers up 14, shooting 3 for 20 from 3-point range. Would you look at that? All right, got Austin coming off the screen, driving kick, another driving kick. That's how you do it. Get deeper in the progression. Austin for 3, got to knock it down. But AD, oh, he didn't get it. Rui, he didn't get it. Nobody gets it at all. Damn, tough luck. And with the ball matched up against AD. 7:26 left. Crosses him over. Puts the Jets on. Low man rotation. Good work. Good verticality from Austin. LeBron in space with DiVincenzo. Misses the layup short. Oh, man. Lakers giving up a lot of point. Like, Lakers have a chance to really land a knockout punch, but they're not getting it. AD with a big block on Gobert. Let's freaking go. Hell yes. Let's make some of these bunnies, though. Let's convert. Yo, we're finally serious. Gobert with the ball. Good ball denial by D'Lo. It's over the top. Ah, damn. D'Lo fouls Conley a little too tight around that curl. Yeah, that was a nice move. That's one of those things where it's like, you get frustrated that you give up the three free throws, right? You obviously never want to foul a 3-point shooter, but it's like one of the things you're telling D'Lo is we need you to lock and trail. We need you to be able to, stay attached. And you got to learn the tricks of the trade, right? But a guy like Conley's gonna, not that D'Lo doesn't know them, you got to apply them. But Conley's gonna win some of those, so I can live with it. It's nice to see the chip for sure. Let's see what we got. We got LeBron with just 8 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. It's great to see the Lakers playing like this on a night where LeBron isn't one of the, where LeBron isn't, dominating. AD is, though, with up to 15 and 10, just that big block right there. It's funny. D'Lo is plus 21 on the night. I think that part of that is the starting unit has played very well, of which D'Lo can facilitate, but also that group to start the second quarter. So despite his own shooting struggles, helping facilitate good basketball. And then, of course, Rui, just a tremendous game in the box score of 15 and 5 plus 23, but doesn't entirely do his work justice. Forced a turnover right on a low man rotation right there, helped out his teammate, knocked the ball off a guy's leg. Good stuff. I think Reddick is COY was minus 2,000, or I'm sorry, plus 2,000 in the betting odds last time I saw. What's on your mind, DMR? The thing I'm nervous about is that we're about to get to that lineup I'm a little more concerned about on the offensive end. So I think this is going to be a key stretch coming up with LeBron coming out probably at this timeout, maybe the next one. Yeah, exactly. Josh, when you're changing the system, like think about the start of every season recently, we've been running a new offense almost every season, right? And so it makes sense where like you don't know what you're doing offensively, which is why the organization on defense is such a great thing to watch. That's what's really won the Lakers, or what's winning the Lakers this game right now, is that organization there. And so whenever you change a system, there is going to be a certain amount of growing pains unless you really hit on everything perfectly. Hey, look at, we got Josh on screen, we got Abigail coming back from commercial right now. Want to make sure I'm synced. Just had something weird happen on the TV. I don't know if that happened for you guys too, but we're looking at LeBron right now on the bench, putting on his warm up. Okay, that was for everybody. All right, cool. Conley just knocked down the free throw. I think he would be in that two big group. Boing. Yes, I do. All right. Conley knocks him down to cut it to 11. So this is the group. These are key minutes right here. Max comes in the game for LeBron. Elbow touch for AD. Get a ball screen. Drives into traffic. And I hate some of the tumbles I've seen him take today. Have been tough, but AD's going to go to the line. I just worry. Conley got the worst of that. Damn. Good screen by Austin just to clear a little space. AD with the first free throw. Knocks it down. AD is universally beloved within the Lakers organization as a person. Like, he is absolutely a good guy. All right. Knocks him down, looking clean. Neither of those touched the rim. Lakers up 13, 6:45 left. Got DiVincenzo with the ball. Elbow touch over to Julius. Austin goes over the top of the screen. Clean lick from Conley. Up and over and out. And it stays out. Oh, we got a pigeon. First pigeon of the season. Everybody drink their water. Woo! It's called a pigeon because it like goes and like hangs out up on top like that. You know, it's not like a wedgie, right? It's got right. AD. Oh, nice crossover. Misses that. He's mad at himself. Minnesota's got numbers up. Or down 13 over to Gobert. This should be an adventure. Nice sidestep. Dumps it off to Julius. Strip him down low. That's where you got him. Good foul. Max has had a couple of good, like, don't give up an easy bucket right here fouls tonight. Hell no. Austin would have gotten it would have been, I'm telling you, it was an across the board. Last season was bullshit. Like, it's not about like what our record was or did we have enough talent or anything. It was a bullshit year. See, that's why you foul right there. I didn't see the replay on that. It was an unserious environment. All right, Julius splits the free throws, points at a dozen, or lead is at a dozen. Wow, look at that front court comparison. Gonna get a cross screen here for Austin. Shot fake into a handoff up to the top, over to D'Lo, into the pocket. Oh, shot fake. AD get the step. Not finishing though. Good crash by Austin. Shot clock has to go over the top. Good. Austin saved that possession. Come on, AD. AD slumping his head like not able to finish some looks that he wants. Kicks that out. Sidestep for Alexander Walker. Misses it. Good box in by AD. Austin collects the rebound. Again, dropping down from the perimeter to get defensive rebounds was killing me last year. Good ball pressure by DiVincenzo, but we're going to keep it here. 5:29 left. Lakers up 14. Look at Austin going over the top. Good stuff. He's got 4 offensive rebounds. Let's go. Austin comes off the ball screen, puts DiVincenzo on his hip, goes over the top again. Austin's really good at that sort of, because the way you got to shoot that, you have to kind of course correct in midair. Dalton does this too, but Austin's really good at that from mid range, kind of with his upper body. Into the pocket to Gobert, skips it over. Oof. DiVincenzo, clean look. Don't want that. Cuts the lead to 13. Austin with the ball. I like that we have both Austin and D'Lo in the game in the non-LeBron minutes. Good adjustment. Behind the back, Austin hooping. Oh, what happened? Oh, he's pissed off. He got fouled. That doesn't happen. What the hell? Get back in the play. There you go. All right. Uh-oh. D'Lo on Gobert. Max sees it. Looks to help. They dump it off, though. Easy baseline cut. What the hell happened on that play? All right. 4:35 left in the third. Austin with the ball. Up top to AD. Max coming off of the screen with some steam. Out to Rui. Nope, a little bit short. Austin tries to crash, but DiVincenzo with the rebound. Matched up against Rui. Crosses him over. Stays with him, though. Do we get a foul on Max? Yes, we do. Battling for post position with Naz Reid there. They're going to really challenge Max's physicality this year. So something to keep an eye on. I think we're coming up on the 2 big group minutes. Yeah, timeout sounds like the way to go. Got Gabe checking into the game. Thought he was going to have inside position, but no. All right, so a little less offense on the court, a little less kind of wheel greasing facilitation. This is that spot where it's like, oh, Dalton here. Gabe with the ball. They're pressuring Austin out high, right? Whenever you see our offense get pushed out too high, that means the defense is winning. Now we don't have anything going. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Gotta Gobert pressed up. Gonna have to step back. Yep. There it is. Nice shot. Good move. Max on ball against Ant. Get a ball screen. AD shows out high. Max recovers. Good stuff. So like a hedge and recover type of old school. I love it. Got to really have motor on that. He called for the reach on that. Or was that Max? I'd say Dalton for Gabe. But that's just my first instinct. Because again, I want offense around AD in this group. Yeah, that's 5 on Max. So again, teams are going to attack his physicality, and that's one of the results that you see in the box score of when they do that. Although this is not, ah, oh, a little bit of the hand fighting there. That's kind of weak, but also a foul you don't want to pick up when you've got 4. So Dalton comes in. I think that this is a more balanced group here. The lead's been cut to 9, so let's see how we go from here. AD looks frustrated. Going to the elbow. All right, get Max the ball. Nice back cut. Nice screen. Nice little brush screen right there. Lakers score on the first possession with this new group. Gabe on ball. Pick and pop over to Reed, but Gabe gets out to him. Forces the attack. AD, I think, showed a little too high on Gobert. If Gobert wants to take a little 12-footer, like, let him. Lakers up 9 again. Same type of action. Oh, over to AD. And 1. Let's go. We'll take it. Nice play. Oh, has Ant been talking shit? Don't see AD do that much. He looked right at him. That's true. That is true about Ant. I love it though. I'm a big Ant fan. AD completes the 3-point play. His free throws have looked beautiful tonight. Lakers up 12, crossing the 3-minute mark. LeBron back into the game. Got our 2 big lineup now with Dalton and Gabe in the backcourt. So let's see. Good adjustment there. Good closeout by AD. Shuts down the shooter. Looks to attack Dalton's chest. Drive in the air. That's exactly how you do it, kid. Forces the air ball. LeBron over to connect. Let it fly. Oh, misses that. Crash the glass. AD doesn't get it, but Julius does. That gives him an advantage. Good closeout onto Dante. Going to call the block. Yeah, the natural leader thing, David, is, yeah, and you rarely see that where the older player defers. Part of that's Cat's personality too, but yeah, no, he's just got a natural charisma and makes people want to follow him. Yeah, good point about Gabe trying to sell that. Randall does look clunky. I agree. I think they deserve some time to sort of figure some things out, but I have questions about the fit here in that you could take Cat's jump shooting for granted in a way that I think helped facilitate the 2 big style in ways that might be a little harder to pull off with Randall. You also get more ball handling and sort of rim pressure. I think there's some degree of like Minnesota wants to go all in on physicality, and I do think Randall's a more physical player than Cat, although motor wise he can be possession to possession, not. Um, and then I think they wanted a second ball handler to put next to Ant. Right, sort of a, like, rim pressure guy, because that's sort of the theory of the team, right? Is that we've got this incredible rim pressure guy in Ant, where if you have a second guy that does the same thing, you can sort of get 48 minutes of playing the same way, which is something that from a coach's perspective, it's super desirable to be like, "Hey, we can do this all game." I think you can run into problems not being versatile enough if you go that route. But yeah, I think that's sort of what they're going for. I do have skepticism though. Right, Mikey? Being up double digits with Braun with only 8 points. D'Lo again hasn't had a particularly good shooting night, but there's there's capability in this team, that there's nervous moments ahead in this game, but I also have seen a certain amount of, if we can throw one more really good punch on Minnesota, I think that we can, I want to say break them, but maybe for the night, right? They started to kind of snip it at each other a little bit. Usually when you get a team starting to do that, they are one more good punch away from you being able to go up big. Absolutely loving Reddick so far. It's so funny. He's like, I've been begging for certain just what I view as common sense things, that it's not galaxy brain stuff. It's, I think, the opposite of galaxy brain stuff. It's just being considerate. That he is just really considered a lot. He didn't put the team on cruise control and sort of run a, like, hey, we're going to help off of this shooter every night. And you just see it in the help and recover defense type stuff. And just as we cut back to break, it's like, hey, I'm commanding attention. I wanted Reddick, like, I was sort of lamenting that we had the coaching situation and just the seriousness of the basketball had deteriorated to such a degree where we got that unserious. It was like, this is bullshit. And now we've got to, like, why are we still looking for our coach 6 years into the LeBron era? And but I think Reddick is going to be around for a while because he really gets a lot of things. So very happy. I don't know if we're going to be able to win a title with a rookie coach, but just really thrilled with what I see so far. A lot of work ahead. All right, Dalton with the ball, being pressured, kick out to AD, gets him an open shot. That's what I mean. That's the counter gravity that I mean. We have two bigs on the floor. Two guys go to Dalton. How many guys do we have where two guys go to them? Pick and pop three for AD. First easy shot he's gotten without, like, let's freaking go. Jackson switched out onto AD with 13 in the quarter. On Randall, getting him to twist and turn, and gets the bounce. LeBron looks to push in transition. Lobs it up to Jackson. Good rim run. Nice little twisting finish. Lakers back up 13. 143 left. Gabe. All right. Jackson showing high and recovering. Julius looks to attack. AD again forces a tough pass, tiptoeing the sidelines, throws the ball off Jackson's leg. Going to be out in the corner. It's a tough place to inbound from. Lakers should be aggressive on this inbound play. They can force turnovers with the collective size that they have on the floor. Pressure that. Come on, Dalton. Nope, did not do it. It's 5 on the shot clock. Out to Ant. Gonna have to make something out of nothing. AD steps out on him. Gonna step back. Has to. Stutters on it. Knocks it down. What a shot. Freaking A. Gotta pressure that, Dalton. Down to 10. 110 left on the clock. Lakers in there 4 out spacing. AD with the ball. Goes behind his back. Woo! Dumps it. Oh, you should have dumped that off. Oh, man, if he just dumps that off to Jackson. Going to give up a corner 3 to DiVincenzo off of that. Oh, get away with it, but LeBron can't get to it. Julius attacks Jackson. Going to get to the line. Damn it. LeBron's looked slow tonight. Tense moments ahead. Julius trying to get into double figures with a couple free throws here. He does flail a lot. Part of it is because, like, the way he pivots, he kind of corkscrews himself into the ground on, it's kind of violent, and I've never, like, really zoomed in on his feet, but and he rattles in and out the free throw, so leads back at 10. They look to pressure. Alexander Walker pressures Gabe, hands it off over to AD, gives it to connect, pushed out toward the half court. We know that's not good. Got to attack that. LeBron with a crushing screen. DiVincenzo jumps the passing lane. Gabe turns it over. 31 seconds left on the shot clock. Good deflection by Dalton. Taps it back in. Dalton looks ahead. LeBron, come on, guys. LeBron's got to seal that defender on his back. Not a great pass either. Helter Skelter basketball, but gonna get a layup there. Walking up court, 8-point game. Handoff over to LeBron. 3, 2, AD pick and pop three. Front rim. Nope. Does not get the roll. Didn't deserve it. They did not play good basketball to close that quarter. Single digit game. Nervous moments ahead. Let's see if this offensive group to start the second quarter can pick up the pace and juice of the team. That stood out to me too, Def. Like the part of the reason we're at half court is because of Gabe. Oh, that's an interesting question. How would Vando have affected this game? So he probably is who starts out on Ant, right? Which bumps Austin onto Conley? Or no, he wouldn't start. Rui would start. But he would be on the primary ball handler, right? A lot of the showing high with AD becomes nastier with Vando. So like I think we'd have a few more on ball deflections and get out in transition on a 2-on-1 or breakaway or something. Vando adds so much of that, like, hey, free points, cheap points in transition that we haven't been great at converting in this game, especially with LeBron being on the slow side tonight. Yeah, good call about being able to dribble. I don't have an update on Vando, homie. I mean, this has been a source of frustration when I worked with the team of just like, why are we why is it such radio silence on some information? I get it's player health, and that you have to be that to a certain degree, but just I think it does a disservice to the fans. But yeah, no. Anyway, I could go. I digress. No update that I know of on Vando. Yeah, got a lot. Good point. That you can't replace D'Lo without that skill set being replicated on some front. Oh, should we stagger D'Lo Austin minutes? I think so to a degree. Yeah, that's right. This group doesn't really have that. Um, Gabe is a level below those type of guys as a shot creator, obviously, maybe 2 levels below. I think that's. I think Gabe is a guy that we're going to learn sort of his fit and where. I think there's going to be some lineups where he could be very helpful for sure, but he may be. I could see him being odd man out from a like trade perspective, but again, I don't love trading guys who can defend on a team that I think lacks some of that personnel. Oh man, rest in peace, Fernando. Oh man, what a central figure to LA sports. All right, sorry, we're back at it. So Nas Reed attacks Jackson's body, going to get to the free throw line. One sec, I'm going to get some water. Reed gets both free throws to go, and Lakers are only up 6. Nervous time ahead. D'Lo with the ball coming up the left sideline, being pressured by Alexander Walker, sliding his feet over LeBron. See what LeBron's got for us this quarter. He rips through, looking a lot faster. Drives and one. Let's go. That's a different speed. Let's go. He's about to turn up here. Oh, just he's so good on layups. That's such a left hand, right? But look at his legs. He got his right leg ahead of it, so they're twisted. That's such a hard shot. Like when you don't really have your lower half underneath you quite the way that you would like to. He's just like he's so good at that. Lakers back up 9. Let's go. They can make a push here. Austin goes over the top. Oop. Conley didn't want to drive. He had a lane, but didn't want it. Over to Alexander Walker. Let's get a stop here. LeBron closes out. Again, chopping his feet. Good closeout. Rattles in and out. Gobert beats Jackson to the ball. That's a mismatch from a strength standpoint. Jackson's one of the weaker fives in the NBA physically. And, you'll see that happen a lot, him getting pushed around. All right. D'Lo going over the top. Conley's got a good pick and roll. Tough there. That's not much I think they could have done about that in that coverage. I don't think that we should be in a drop with Jackson, though. Lakers up 7, 11 minutes left. Over to LeBron. Handoff to Rui. They're playing ball denial on D'Lo, so that shuts out on that side. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Lakers in trouble. Naz Reid ball pressuring LeBron. Going to have to save this possession. Drives, fades away, misses short. Bad offensive possession over to Conley. Good pass middle. Kicks it corner. Corner 3 open for Naz Reid. Down to 4. Looking dicey. Alexander Walker on D'Lo. Lakers going to get a timeout. Good timeout. Let's get AD in. I totally get it. It's been 1 minute and 29 seconds. So I think as soon as possible, absolutely. But we can't, with Jackson, we can't keep him around the basket. I feel very strongly about this. He's got some value on the perimeter, just from he's not a good defender. He's not a good defensive player, but I think he's got more value out on the perimeter, where this is a group, when I talk about a containment defense, especially, it's we need to be switching and kind of keeping action in front. If they get in Jackson into a drop, that's just going to be easy money. And guys are going to attack his chest. There's just a whole myriad of problems. That this was probably the first stretch where I disagreed with what we were doing. Sorry, DMR. But I think it speaks to your point, though. It speaks to the point, right, of it's a stark difference, and it's part of why the AD not getting more respect defensively is there's been a lot of groups over the last few years where it's been very obvious when AD isn't in the game, and it's also with all of the enthusiasm from this game, he's the biggest single point of failure on this team. If he gets hurt or God forbid, then this is a very different looking team overnight. All right, down the stretch of this game, I think LeBron as a ball handler, just LeBron turning up the juice, and we've seen it on a couple of possessions. He decided to just run handoff action a play or two ago, but I think that LeBron is sort of the guy who's going to help take us home tonight if we're going to get this win. I know, real big branded analysis right there, but I think that I remember games like this as Kobe got older, where it would be like this for 3 quarters. And Shumpert's got that great story that kind of speaks to this of the all right, now it's time to turn it up. And hopefully we see that from LeBron to close out. Oof, AJ 4 for 25 from 3. Fair concern for sure. All right, we're back at it. Got Austin, D'Lo, Rui, LeBron, and Jackson in the game. 10:23 left. A little bit inaccurate on the pass. Little shoulder fake. Skips it out to Austin. Ooh, that's a tough shot. Don't like that. McDaniels drops down for the rebound. Leads cut down to 4. 10:10 left. Conley with the ball. Over to McDaniels. Austin goes over the top. Ah, gonna get a foul here. Again, we're in that drop. I think we got to be more aggressive. We got to be looking to switch. But also, this is not a great group from a switchability standpoint. So I get it. But Hayes is dead meat. Like they're gonna keep scoring on these. We're getting putbacks as Gobert gets the offensive rebound. Probably a zone group actually, especially with their shooting. Oh, LeBron forces the travel on the closeout. Yep, they are absolutely attacking Jackson. That's the game plan, and a smart one. In drop, they're going to go at that every time. All right, LeBron with the ball. Again, I see him as more of a ball handler down the stretch here. But we'll see. Lakers are more in their horn stuff. Good back screen by Austin. Going to get the foul call. Been liking Austin's screen setting tonight. Has helped kind of free up some guys. I wonder if LeBron's saving the juice for the last shift, or maybe he doesn't have it tonight. That's tough. Yeah, lost the Ant on the bench minutes. Yeah, we are. I think within a minute and a half or so of AD time. All right, get a little stack pick, Spain ball screen. D'Lo snakes it, gets in the paint. Nice play. Good decisive shot by D'Lo. Lakers up 6. What are we in? LeBron on the ball. Interesting. On Conley. Austin tracks Anton the curl, drive and kick. LeBron loses Conley, but rims in and out. Gets closes out and runs the lane well, but they don't see him. Over to D'Lo, lobs it up to LeBron. Let's go. Good read. Good stuff by D'Lo. Last 2 possessions. Lakers back up 8. 9:05 left. Ant with the ball. Get that screen. Jackson steps up high, splits it, drives and kick though. Jackson out to the corner. So that is what Jackson does well. He can go from the paint. Yes, Laker ball. Let's freaking go. Jackson can go from the paint to a corner to a closeout on a shooter in like a crazy fast amount of time. It's like the one thing he has no business bothering. That's an unbelievable play. Did he get a piece of that? I think both feet were in the paint at the beginning of that. So if you could put him in a position to do that as often as possible, I think you can do something. All right, good. Get the foul call on that. Yeah, drawing some fouls early on. Good call out. Let's get some free throws. Jackson going to set the away screen for Austin. Ooh, I thought he was going to get the illegal screen call. Lobs it up for him. Let's freaking go. Yeah, D'Lo with 3 straight good offensive plays puts the Lakers back up 10. Jackson skies in the air. Oh, that was beautiful. Let's see the replay on that. Freaking Harrison. 8:36 left. Yeah, Sim City, he was up there. Yeah, Lionel, like D'Lo really helped uncork the offense in the last few minutes in a way that the team desperately needed. Very lucky, Robbie. I thought that we were going to get called on that for sure. Exactly, Mikey. The JJ being this engaged, it's just a real dial turn, from moment to moment, action to action that this team desperately needed. And despite my the concerns I have about an experience are like a playoff type of thing, but from a like let's be freaking serious basketball people standpoint, man, just JJ has been just a breath of fresh air, and you see it all over the players, all over our defense. Our offense has been ugly tonight. We're up 10 on a good team uh, because of how organized we've been and how well prepared we've been on the defensive end. So great to see especially on a night where LeBron hasn't been awesome. The missed threes don't worry me long term. We are at like Minnesota. Remember, we're playing the best defensive team in the league, at least last year, and a team that has some physical and size advantages. And we're also on step, very early in the offense in sort of how to react off of that. There are also personnel concerns within that, right? Where it's not like, oh, it'll all get better in January and everything will be great, but it will be better in ways that will facilitate cleaner looks, better rhythm. Like I I did one video with Phil Handy. I was talking about this the other day, and I never on the pod, but I never got around to the point. And I wondered, it was on 4 foundational drills to help out your game, right? So very basic basketball fundamental ball handling type stuff. And I wondered, like, what would Phil Handy do? That's always interesting. What does a coach teach the super basic stuff about basketball? How do you pivot? How do you jump stop? What are your dribbling circuits, you call them, right? Where you put, and that's what Phil Handy does a lot of, is those dribbling circuits. And the thing that I was like, what is he gonna do that I like wouldn't have thought of? And he talked about rhythm and the importance, and like a lot of the video he's talking about 1 2 pop, 1 2 pop, and it makes perfect sense in a way that as us nerds sit on the couch and watch the game but don't actually dance the dance. It's super relevant to NBA play. Got Jackson on the perimeter out on Ant. He's gonna go jumper on him though. Yep. So that's the move that they do. You get him moving side to side, get Jackson moving backward. As soon as Jackson moves backward, he's dead meat. And Ant's gonna pull up. You just gotta hope he misses. But so you want Jackson to get a running start going forward. Lakers up 7. Austin over to D'Lo, back up top to Austin on the elbow to LeBron. Looking to post up. I like it on Alexander Walker. Bully him, fade away. Watch the help. 3 2, good read. Skip it over to Rui. Great pass, D'Lo. Misses it long. Jackson mistimes his jump. Ant looks to push. He's got a physical. Nope, didn't want it. Up top to Nas. Back over to Ant. LeBron switched on to Ant. 7:40 left. Let's see how he tries to attack LeBron. Looking attacked with speed. A quick crossover, but mishandles. Drives right. LeBron goes for the strip. LeBron taps it out. Lakers can't get the rebound. Austin can't leak out there. Close out on Ant. Misses short. Box. Okay. Ball hits the ground. Austin drops down. Need Austin to drop down in this stretch. Over to D'Lo. What are we looking for? Rui? Yeah. Matched up with Nas Reed. Let's get some. Okay. He drives right. Let's get stripped. Damn, he had a step on him. Just our ball, their ball, our ball. That's either a foul or their ball, I think, but I'll take the ball, I guess. And Rui really turned that corner. That's a foul. Come on, man. Oh, we got the call. Let's go. And the Lakers are in the bonus. Ah, Rui back rims the free throw. LeBron going out of the game. Rui's attacking pressure on the rim has been phenomenal. All right, splits the free throws. Lakers go up 8. Got Dante with the ball up top and being guarded by Austin. Gets switched on to Rui. Gonna try to rock him side to side, and he does. Steps through. Beautiful play. Good defense and good box out. Gonna get AD going to the free throw line. Thank you. Thank you for some AD free throws. Really good help by Austin right there. His defense has been so much better to start this season, and through the preseason than it was last year. Yep. Great rebound by AD. Super dumb foul. Yeah, it's looking more and more like that, right? Gabalock, and this is something Mike was insisting on with Austin. I remember Austin kind of like brushing that aside, but some guys will do that. And Austin's that kind of guy too, as AD knocks down the first free throw, 9 for 10 from the free throw line, 26 and 13. Just a phenomenal all around player. Oh, but he back runs the free throw. Lakers up 9, 6:48 left. Dante comes up the right side, flows into a handoff. D'Lo out to Dante. Gabe in the game, pressuring Dante. Good stuff. AD switches onto him, sidesteps it, blocks the shot, out of bounds. Let's freaking go. Anthony Davis defending the perimeter. Been begging for it. Lakers with the 6th block of the game. He's got that big right hand up. Feed's cutting out. Damn, got a 2-pointer from Ant. Sorry, that cut out on my end. Kind of a patchy connection. See, D'Lo dangerously dribbling at half court, getting into the horn set. All right. AD gonna face up on Julius. Ooh, nice fake. Tough shot. Come on. What a shot. He hit some shots, man, that's such a hard shot. Lakers up 9. And ball. AD switched out onto him. Let's go. You got problems? Help him solve them. Or let him help solve them. Good step out by Austin. AD crashes down for the board. That's how you do it. Lakers up 9. D'Lo with the ball. AD up top. Handles it. Looking for Austin. A little confused on what we're getting into. Pace slowing down. AD in the pocket. All right, gonna go to the free throw line. Double-digit free throw game from AD is a great sign. He's so good. That was such a good the way he create with the shoulder fake and then Riot knocks down the free throw. Lakers up 10, 5:31 left. AD puts the Lakers up 11. Great night from the free throw line. Right. AD switching out over to Ant. Last couple possessions. Gets around him there, though. Gets all the way to the rack. Gave that up too easily, but Ant's a monster. Lakers up 9. Gabe with the ball. Getting a patchy connection on my end, guys. You getting that too? All right. I don't know how we scored, but we scored. Was it Rui? Gonna get a timeout. Yeah, this is the TNT feed. Oh, nice pass, AD. Yes, so I'm telling you, Rui rules the baseline. Is that he can kind of like sneak if he's attacking from that vector, he will sneak into the little spaces and hits all the when he can get 2 feet under him like that. Picture perfect. That's where a lot of the speaking of Phil Handy, where he was like, "Man, I know he's not Kawhi, but he reminds me of Kawhi." Kawhi is super good at that shot where like you jump off 2 feet and just able to maintain your perfect form as you but also like as you square up to the basket too, which is not easy because that's sort of a vision thing as well. And so like you're twisting midair. We've got guys who can do that they are sort of that next level scorer that uh Austin can do this from a certain range. um AD when he's at his best is just like that shot that he just hit was just my god. um the corner three that Connect hit when he went crazy against Phoenix, he set that back screen, popped out into the corner. He caught that shit. He was not squared up to the basket when he went up with that. And so it's like, you got a few guys that can do that. You're in business. Video unavailable. What the hell? All right. I'm going to flip over to Spectrum. If, nope, it's not a Spectrum game. All right. Shit. We might need to resync when we come back then. There are some elements of the NBA product that have become embarrassing, in my opinion. And this is one of those things where it's like, all right, we're back now. Austin on ball, Lakers up 11, 4:50 left. If you're trying to sync, let's sync up if we need to. Close out by Gabe. Damn, hits the three. They've hit a couple of big threes here. All right. Lakers up 8. Good on ball deflection by Alexander Walker, but we're going to keep it here. And with a driving kick, Gabe a little short on the closeout, meaning just literally he's just not that tall. So he was there, it just didn't bother him that much. Good back cut by D'Lo. Just keep that side flowing. Flows into the handoff because of that. At the elbow, LeBron misses long. AD, let's freaking go, AD. Lakers up 10. He's freaking saved that possession. 4:10 left. Austin on the ball on Ant. Lakers looking to close it out and get a big win on opening night. Gonna double team that. Interesting. First time I think we've done that. Alexander Walker, nice patient play in that pocket right there. Gets the 2-pointer. We didn't look particularly. You got to be coordinated on your traps. If you're going to trap, that's a 5-man job, and we weren't on that coordinated on that play. 3:50 left into our horn set. LeBron with the ball. They go under. Julius on him. 10 on the clock. LeBron over to AD. Drives left. Fades right. Off 1 foot. Woo! Lakers up 10. Anthony Davis looking like the MVP. 3:30 left as the Lakers trap. Austin switches out. Good. Doesn't give out up the outside leg. Into the pocket to Gobert. Lays it up and in. That was too easy. Got to get a body on him. Got to cut off that path earlier. We are going to need a stop. We're not going to be able to keep scoring quite like this. I think AD's hitting some tough buckets, as fun as they are. LeBron ball screen. Out to Gabe. Goes back out and throws it out of bounds. Oof. Yeah, I think that we're going to have Rui coming in for Gabe here, or no? All right. Got Alexander Walker with the ball. Hands it off over to Ant. Guarded by Austin. D'Lo jumps out on him. Going to look to attack that. Let's see how he does it. Gabe gets back cut. Great block by Anthony Davis. Shuts it down. Austin off of the pass from LeBron. Lays it up and in. Lakers back up 10. Anthony Davis, you can get back cut. You can pressure on the perimeter when you got a monster like that behind you. 2:31 left. DiVincenzo off the screen. AD switches out. What can't he do? Austin on the closeout. Ant over the top. Front ribs it. LeBron just enough to tap it away. And AD tracks it down over to D'Lo. Back to AD. Looking like the best player on the planet tonight. Gets a little shove. Going to get 2 more free throws. Bravo. Let's go. Man, look at that. DiVincenzo elevated off of 2 feet, but could not get over AD. Defense to offense. "36, 16, 4, and 3 for AD tonight. AD finishes the 3-point play. 13 for 15 from the line tonight. Unbelievable. Lakers up 12, trying to close it out. Let's go, guys. Ant with the ball. Rui switched out on him. Gonna make him dance. Starts, stops, picks up off the glass to get the offensive rebound. Randall, oh man, muscles it up and in for the and one. Nice putback. Randall's really good at that particular shot. Yep. 156 left as Randall completes the 3-point play, 9-point Laker lead with the ball. Let's bring it home, fellas. It's clock management, good transition defense, no easy points. Lakers are not in the penalty. Got AD with the ball. LeBron now on the elbow gets a screen from Rui. They're switching everything. LeBron pulls it back. What are they looking to do here? Get Gobert in the drop. LeBron for 3. Beautifully executed. LeBron hits it. Huge bucket. Lakers up 12. Let's go. Ant comes. Lakers AD switches on him. AD, gonna get the kickball violation. This close to the closeout, but I think we're almost there. Chick would probably have put this one in the fridge by now. Let's freaking go, y'all. All right, close it out. Gotta stay sharp. AD switched over to Ant. Almost picks his pocket, but gets the foul call. Good call. What a great energy and spirit from the Lakers tonight, especially on the defensive end. Very professional win if they're able to hold on here. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna stick around tonight for some post game. I will be half distracted as I make highlight and videos like that. But I'd love to take your questions. And again, thanks for your support on Patreon and on Buy Me a Coffee. There's a power chat thing on here too, but you don't have to. I love sharing these nights and these games with you. Daman, thank you very much, man. What are we need to see the replay here? Yeah, sorry about that. Lakers up. Oh, come on. TV cuts out. Super unprofessional, man. Cable's hella expensive too. All right. Randall hits the free throw, 9-point game. AD dribbling up top, pressured got by Gobert as much as he can anyway. Get a little screen as they switch that over to Whoa. And Rui, careful. LeBron open for three as the shot clock runs out. Not a great possession right there. No fouls. All right, got to get back on defense, build a wall, no open three, step out. And over the top. Good closeouts, though. Good box in. LeBron looks ahead, looking to D'Lo over to Rui. You get the strip out of bounds. Come on, D'Lo. And probably a foul right there. Good shit, JJ. Talk to him. All right. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Lakers are going to eat clock. LeBron's saying, here, give me the ball. Dribbling with it. Matched up against Julius. Drives to his left behind his back. Driving kick to Austin. Leaves him in a tough spot. Rips through. Almost pulls it, but doesn't. Julius has got the ball. Minnesota just, we got a timeout. 25.4 left. Lakers up 9. Hey, thank you for the tip. Thank you, Jay Mahogany. Yeah, the last time we saw that opening night, what was it that D'Lo said? It was like, this is my shit? It was something like that. But I remember him feeling very good about himself after that win. We started that year, I think, like 10-10. That's first win LFR. It's so funny. Like, this feels like a rebirth for me professionally in a way that I'm so excited about. This is like very back to my roots, and it's hopefully it ends better. But I remember the start of that season was Lakers were like 10-10 or so and weren't expected to be. Right, Red? The energy is fantastic. Thank you, D. I appreciate you. They do look like an NBA team, don't they? It's like, holy crap, like we're organized and like professional. They look like an NBA team that's like in the early stages of learning what the fuck they're doing on offense. Sorry for the cuss words, like, this was a very professional game tonight. And like that guy, man. All right. Up top to Reed. Nice inbound play. Front rims it though. Go over the top. LeBron. Come on, man. Let's close it out without any brain dead. Goes over the top to Julius. They're going to try and go as quickly as possible. LeBron gets the block, trying to get it back. Austin battles for it and gets it. LeBron ahead to AD. 15 seconds left. Going to dribble out the clock. Lakers are going to win on opening night. Let's freaking go, y'all. Woo! Hell of a game. Let's freaking go. Start of a new era. AD looking happy. LeBron, look at AD and Ant talking. Mutual respect. Ant knows that AD was a monster tonight. I'm sure he shared some kind words about how good he was. Let's freaking go. Thank you again, David. That's just my guess. I'm projecting, right? I don't know what Anna actually said, but just like he's the type of guy that like talks a bunch of shit. But if you if you're a great, like I also think that he will absolutely that's part of why people follow him is like, he will recognize that sort of, yeah. Yes, he's very smart. Thank you, AJ. Really appreciate you hanging out with me. If y'all have, I think I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit. For post game, I'm gonna be downloading clips as I do, but just sort of hanging out in the chat and the buzz of an excellent Lakers win as we got LeBron and Bronny in the post game. I do not have the volume up on that because I'm gonna be doing the editing type of work. So, but yeah, get your questions in if you have anything or any if anyone else also wants to talk. Uh, Certainly open up to that. No, no talking. Let's see. All right, Jeannie, we will continue. Jeannie, have a good night. Thank you. Yeah, great way to start the season. Yeah, fantastic Rui game. Good call. That's right, Tempt. Exactly. Ball is life. George, catch you next time. All right, let's get to it. Lakers controlled that game. It's not just that they won, but they controlled that game from pretty much start to finish. Certainly not perfect throughout, but a really good performance. I think so. Got nope, nothing yet there. All right. We only had 6 turnovers. Wow, so as poorly as we shot from 3, this is part of winning on the margins, right? We talk about that, and I always feel like it's, like, about offensive rebounding or something along those lines, but SimCity, that's a great stat that in your first game of a new offense, like, sometimes I watch football with my dad, on Sundays, and sometimes it's like, just don't fumble, don't throw an interception or a pick six. Like, you can punt. It's okay to live to get to the other play because, like, that's part of how you can play good defense. Is if you're not turning the ball over, you're gonna have 5 back and ready to defend in a set position in a way where if you're organized and you have AD waiting for you on the back of that, like, yo, that's that could be a good defensive team with the offensive talent that we have. Like, I'm confident that we'll get like it'll be much better than this. There's a lot of and again, we played the best what was last year the best defensive team in the league. Give them some credit too. They're a team that I was worried coming into this game about sort of that size and physicality, and I thought we battled them in a way that you can win despite not having but or even being at a disadvantage from size and athleticism. And this was a great example. I thought Austin was a guy who just like stuck his nose in there on a lot of possessions as an example that it helps. Rui was just phenomenal on both ends. I thought around the basket, really a key player tonight. Yeah, super fun game. Let's see here. Me too, Mitch. This was a very, very happy that they pulled out the win here. Yes, they did. Romelski, the last season started out shooting poorly, and as I said earlier, on the broadcast, like I think part of that is every season, the last few years, we've been starting the year running a new offense than we were the year before in a lot of ways. And there's always a learning curve when you have that. Like there are some times where it's like everybody takes to it like a fish to water and it works out perfectly. But most of the time, I would argue we saw some of this from Minnesota tonight, and they're going to be a better offensive team in 2 months if they stay healthy than they were tonight. But we had the advantage of like that's the first time these dudes have played a real game together. And so, if you're having organized defense around that and AD at the back end of that, you can do some things. Lucas, wow, 634 in Munich. Munich's a city I've always wanted to go to too. That's cool, man. Thank you for joining me so early in the morning. Yep. Josh, very curious about the Randall fit for sure. Oh yeah, let me flip over to. I'm gonna flip over to Spectrum because I think that they've got. Sorry, this is my first post game. I haven't really done this before, but they've got Spectrum on in the background. Yeah, that's AD's 25th 30 and 15 game with the Lakers. Puts him fifth behind Elgin, Kareem, Shaq, and Wilt. Oh, I'm like 85% done with my Wilt video too. I'm excited about that. Tempt, thank you. D'Lo, Braun, and Reeves shot poorly from three. I'm not worried about them. Braun added a few in late stages, but they were like 1 for 14. Exactly. So there's like room to grow. Steve-O, right? That Hayes closeout, that's the thing he can do. And that to me is sort of the like if and when Hayes has to play. And the thing is too is like I think there are other issues with Wood where yeah, like it's not going to be perfect with either of them. They're both, in my opinion, third string centers on a good team. However, like if you can just find the thing that they can do well defensively, and that's the thing Jackson can do. He's got crazy closing speed. So, but you got to get him going forward. If he's backing up, he's deer in headlights, and you can go through his body. Yep, good defense can lead to easy, fast break points, which I didn't think we were great in transition tonight. Like we didn't convert on a lot of the opportunities, which again is to me falls under the like you're gonna have good nights on that end too. Like there's room to grow and like flourish, in certain aspects. We left some points on the table. Sorry, scrolling up, trying to catch up with everyone's comments. Close down. I think it's hitting your shots and maximizing your opportunities. Having 8 fewer turnovers, yep, is worth what 9 points. Beautifully said, Gaudelot. Like, don't turn the ball over. That was when I talk about this on the pod, but like when I took over the basketball program, I took over. They were like 0-10 in league. Hold on, we got AD here to be continued. Talking about Minnesota and just how much talent they got. Talking defense, didn't want the 31-point third quarter they gave up, so they wanted lock back in. AD's mind on defense in the first answer in post game. Mike talking to him. communication on defense. AD talking about. Yeah, talking about the timing on the blocks, Mike. Talk to him, AD. He said this defensive player of the year type of stuff, and then looked right at the camera. Oh, that's gonna be a clipped. Mike giving him shit about missing some bunnies. 36, man, what a beautiful basketball player he is. Just a complete basketball player. He's not perfect at everything. God forbid he might not. Yeah. But what a shame. The thing that makes me sad is that his career will end at a point. I've seen this happen with some players. And because he wasn't properly acknowledged in the basketball annals and history, he will not be remembered adequately. At least that's been my experience. Maybe there's more video now and more like you could actually go back and watch if you're super interested. But just reputationally, it's super sad relative to how legitimately good he is. Like he's held up so much of our world over the last couple of years. And I know he gets hurt, but like I don't know, man. Like, do we really hold that against guys these days? Homie, you take care. Yep, tempt. Regina, exactly. Switching, funneling toward AD. Like AD can help solve your problems. We saw him with amazing blocks around the rim, but also a key figure in switching out onto Ant, right? Who's your problem down the stretch? Your biggest problem is Anthony freaking Edwards. Well, let's put our best player on that problem instead of having him in a drop and conceding and sort of like having to be a little bit of here and a little bit of there, which he can do. But it's like Anthony Davis or Anthony Edwards requires your full attention if you want to be able to stop him. And I thought that was tremendous. I'm glad you're breathing a sigh of relief, Chad Reister. Sec. We'll be a little distracted. Forgive me. I try to be very present when I do this, but these post games, if you're going to join me on them, it will be a mix of me like bouncing back between making highlights and answering your let's see here. AD. Right. Let's see here. All right. Sorry, I'm returning text messages. Let's see here. All right. About to have my interesting big game James talking in the post game about how he thinks this is the best shape he's seen AD in. James is a very underrated analyst in terms of the things he recognizes. All right. Almost done. All right. Cool. We've got almost there on AD, and then I'll be able to rejoin you guys. Give me about 90 seconds just to get this set up. AD versus Minnesota. The helicopters overhead on a Lakers get a good win. Got a helicopter flying overhead. It's a very Los Angeles experience. All right. Let's get caught up on the chat. Thank you for your patience. Oh, wow. JD, good call out. Jaden only got 16 minutes because of foul trouble tonight. Thoughts on Max tonight, DMR? I talked a lot about Minnesota's physicality. I view that as a weakness of Max, so I think that it makes sense that he might struggle a little bit with foul trouble in a night where he's kind of going up against a bigger and more physical team. He took a couple of fouls. This doesn't show up in the box score, but there were a couple of plays where last year we totally would have conceded the layup and just giving up a free 2 points. And like, I know Randall split free throws on one of them. Like, he makes winning plays, even on a night where he doesn't shoot well, like where Max doesn't live up to where Max can like struggle are in what I think are legit weaknesses in his game that he can improve on and all of that. But I think there's a level of reliability from him possession to possession that even on a night like this where he doesn't put up numbers and he doesn't hit his shots, gets in foul trouble, there's still a degree of like, I used to talk about responsible adults on the pod a lot. Lakers won the points in the paint battle, by the way, 72-40 tonight. That do responsible adult stuff. Despite being young, Max plays very responsible adult type of basketball. He's not a perfect player, but I think that goes a long way with your role players. All right, we got Riddick looking like he got a Gatorade shower. We'll see.
He may go 3 or 4 possessions without getting it. It doesn't mean we call play for him. He forces a shot. He doesn't. He just plays the game the right way. But I thought overall, beyond just him anchoring our defense, our guys really did a phenomenal job of executing our game plan.
Talking about how the guys really did a great job of executing the game plan. Riddick is right now. He's like, some of it was opponent specific, but a lot of it wasn't. It was like more of a overall like good application of what he's been trying to implement. That's cool. Let's see here, editing here.
Outside of a few long rebounds there in the third quarter.
Talking about long rebounds in the third quarter. where we leaked out and didn't dive on the floor.
They competed.
You're just talking about how we really competed aside from that little stretch right there,
Yes.
which is totally right.
And your team is competing at that level. JJ, you've been big on processing. I know you guys didn't shoot the three the way that you probably wanted tonight, but you guys only took 6 shots, 6 2-pointers outside the paint. What did you think of the shot quality overall that generated?
Oh, I didn't see him force that turnover. Man, AD's was so disruptive.
You can want to shoot a lot of threes, but if you're getting these shots in the paint, that's good offense for us. Particularly with the players we have that are taking those shots. AR, D'Lo, LeBron and AD, obviously, but Rue was great tonight. In terms of the process of generating threes, look, the paint was open in the second half. We took
Man, I'm watching AD right now, and he's just
threes right on
the completeness of his.
in terms of the full game. And
Yeah, look at that.
there was even some
There's just like such variety in his game when he's good. You know, it's like he's out on the perimeter defending, and now he's blocking shots and switching out onto Ant. And here's this little step back elbow midi that just looks gorgeous. Let's see. All right, I'm about to get back to the chat, bouncing back and forth here. Yes, good call out on MCA on the big D'Lo 3 possessions in the fourth. That sort of got the lid off of the offense when it really needed it. Thank you for pointing that out. Gatalock, I'm with you on Minnesota not looking good. This is part of what's great about a season. But again, they're showing the stat of 72 points in the paint against the Minnesota team. That's super impressive. But yeah, they will be back with something to say on the offensive end, and they'll be more organized as the season gets on. I'm sure of that. Very lucky to have AD on the Lakers, Josh. Well said. Oh man, that's super cool. I know you're not hearing me on this, but thank you for the kind words, Tuez. Even if guys like the system, it takes guys. Yep, to feel like second nature. Exactly, Tempt. Can't wait for the pod. Thank you, NS23. As much as I was against the JJ Sunday. Oh yeah, me too. No, I've loved it. I was being petulant that like it's taken this long and that our coaching had deteriorated and the serious basketball seriousness of the team had deteriorated to the point that it had yesterday, last year. And so there's a certain amount like now we got to have a fucking rookie, right? Like, but man, from a long-term perspective, like, and also the guy that I wanted, there wasn't, I wish we had not done what had happened with Ty Lue. I really respect Ty Lue and think he's a good coach and think that would have stabilized our coaching situation when it did. But we won a title under Frank in a roster and coach that really fit well together. So not too many regrets on that front, but just like really the last few years from a coaching standpoint, it's been rough. And just having certain things done fairly well is and just like how much he cares and how much I think he understands his personnel is a big thing. That's been a huge frustration of mine because that's one of my core basketball beliefs is like you have to start with the players that you have. Of course, you need to have things you believe in, things you need to emphasize, things you can't tolerate, which is a big part of my frustration last year is like, yo, why are kids coming in and just being total crap? And just like the effort level was low, you can't tolerate certain things like that, but like all of the professionalism stuff, I'm just super impressed. And it's been a huge breath of fresh air. Oh Lord, Chuck Hayton in post game. I'm glad I'm not watching.
This is a neighbor looking out for you. Schedule flu and COVID-19 vaccines for you and your family today. Walgreens.
Let's see here. That's a really good way of putting it, and Star. I know it's one game, but I trust JJ to find the right assignment for each player. That's it right there. It's like, okay, what can Jackson do? And if it's one thing, like, let's do the best we can at that. Okay, what's the thing he's next least bad at? Okay, let's put him in that situation. If he's got to play, and this was fundamental to my Russell Westbrook arguments. It was like, I know Russ on the team is not ideal. He is on the team, and we need to get over it. And because he's got the weaknesses that he has, you really have to work around them. Like, you really have to go out of your way when somebody has those to be able to make the whole thing work. And I felt like we were trying to just fit Russ into what we were doing. It was like, no, you can't do that. And so that is a huge and very painful example of the same type of concept with Jackson, where it's like, yo, you've got, a bunch of holes in your defensive game. What can you do? That's good observation by Duncan. Yeah, we did get bailed out with a couple fouls, like that. Rui got some free throws. Abe, yeah, I'm watching on Spectrum, the post game. Yes, Warhead there glazing up AD's defense sufficiently. Scrolling down. Super impressive offensive game from AD, right? Getting 36 on a tough interior. Oh, man. Yeah, Gavalock. Imagine if we didn't get that ring. Chad Reister, great question on Koloko. So Koloko's on a two-way, right? So does anybody know what the current rule is for, it used to be 45 days, but I don't know if they've changed it for how long a two-way contract can be with the big club. I think it's 45, but yeah, Koloko is a great upside swing on a defensive five, right? Like these concerns about running a drop that we have with Jackson, for example. You can do that with Koloko. Again, he's the DPOY of the Pac-12 when he played a couple of years ago. He's not a guy who's not in the NBA right now because he's not good enough at basketball, right? He's in a very strange situation with the blood clot. And so you get a guy whose main thing he does in the NBA is play defense. Yeah, but also Jackson was helpful in some ways tonight. I've been talking down Jackson a little more lately, and he's kind of struggled, I thought, to find his fit over the preseason. But I think that just talking about what was bad about him tonight kind of does a disservice to some of the earning extra possessions and had a couple great roles. He had that plate connection with Dalton, I think it was. AD talking in postgame. In the locker room, anyway. That's right, Louis K. Appreciate you, DMR. Thank you. What's up, Anf? All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna cut it out from here, unless y'all got any more questions for me. Thank you for the support on Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee and Venmo and all that, and just for hanging out with me tonight on a great win for a Lakers team that really felt like the start of a new era tonight. So thank you so much. I will catch you guys on the pod. Gonna jump into the editing now. I'll catch you guys next time.